Yo, we did it. Congrats to me. Now let's do a little bit of practice, just a wee bit. Yeah, well, I posted in my Discord. Well, Pink really made the stuffed peppers with cauliflower mash, and those were supposed to be ready about 6:45. They were, but then, the stuffed peppers were ready at 6:45, and then I was like, let's make cauliflower mash. I got this new food processor for my birthday. But to make up for it, I'm gonna go late tonight, so we're gonna get gaming. Yeah, it's the end of the month. Sunday. That's not a secret, okay? You forgot a present? You don't have to get me anything. My present is a viewer in the chat. The Wrinkler has nips at 564. Are you okay? That's the second time today you forgot a birthday present? It's not my birthday. Birthday's Sunday. You'll know, because I'll say birthday stream. I should be... Late? Yeah, very late, honestly. I try to keep to a time range of 5:30 to 6:30, but... Thank you so much for the tier 2 for 27 months. That's a long time of tier 2. That's a long time of bullying. And thank you for PBing, Spork, because then I PB'd. You mean food processors happen? Okay, and then also, I had to do some stuff regarding my lease that I needed to turn in today. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this. So I had to bust out the printer, and I don't normally do that, and it was a whole thing. Life is hard. Yeah, thank you for the 27 goddamn months. It's a long time. It's too long. It's a question life choices sort of thing. Just blowing that money to burn. It's not blowing it, okay? He gets access to some of the most elite emotes in the game. You don't need an apartment to stream? Well, I guess that's technically true. I could just IRL stream from my phone until that breaks. Go back to like numero uno way to stream, just record gameplay off the phone. Yo, look at all these people with money to burn. Stewie, thank you so much for the 14 months. I do really appreciate it. Judiciously spending that money to burn? Yeah, exactly. 14 months is a while. I hope things are going well for you. I hope your runs went well. Was that yesterday that I hosted you? I don't know why your car's registration ended in April when you got it last May, but whatever. You don't need to drive your car anymore, see? But yeah, we're not, so I'll let you guys know that I am not staying in this apartment. So there will be some moving in July. But I think, honestly, it's gonna be really good for the channel. Dude, last night was a heartbreaker? How was it a heartbreaker? Because my living situation should allow it. Like, right now, it kind of sucks when either Pink or either when I stream or Pink streams, because my apartment is small and one bedroom, one bathroom. So, like, if I'm streaming, I'm in the main area. People cannot walk freely around the house or apartment. But in the situation where I'm going to be moving into, I think we're going to have a lot more room. So, I know I've been streaming short. I think it's going to be better for that. RIP apartment, we had such good times. Yeah. Yeah. Moving on to bigger and better things. Well, hopefully. The one worry about moving is always if the internet's gonna be okay, you know? Like, you can't, like, I guess you could. Like, you're touring a place, and you're like, can I hook this up to the Ethernet, do some internet speed tests? But you're not gonna know if it's stable. You had a 51.4x pace into World 8, got no hands, and then, wait 1 second, I have like this splitter covering chat. Like a dummy. Short like that spring jump? Yeah, I don't know why I can't do spring jumps anymore. And lost run 8-2, oof. Just fell in the gap. You do if you want money, I see. So I'm gonna let you all in on a little secret. I drove my car just because I was lazy. I just drove my car unregistered for over a year, actually. And that was a bad decision, but no consequences ever came out of it. So was it really a bad decision? Why am I practicing 2-1 right now? Yo, what up, Waylon? How you doing? I will say, because I started late, I'm gonna try to go late. Like, we're going back to the 11 p.m. streams. One of your hammers missed the last plant's hitbox. Oof. That is a real heartbreaker, and I'm sorry about that, but it's gonna be the first of many runs to get there. On good pace. I don't mean that. I meant you're gonna PB a lot. Don't worry. I didn't mean like, oh, you're gonna have more heartbreakers. No. But believe me, if you had the stuffed peppers and cauliflower mash that I had, you would be an hour late to your stream too. I didn't realize that food processors were a thing really. Because again, still a young adult, okay? But, yeah, I thought like, oh, you just use a blender. But no, you need a food processor. That's how life works. Are you saying that Spicy's hat? No, well, I guess we'll find out in a couple hours, right? Game literally gave you the golden run, you choked it? It happens, right? I think we've all had runs with good RNG with bad execution, right? Maybe I shouldn't say bad execution, but like, it's part of speedrunning. Don't worry, you'll get it. Yo, what up, Kieran? How you doing? Did you get early hammer, Stewie? Honestly, I don't know anything. I still don't know enough about SMB3, even though I speedrun the game. Actually, let's learn 2-4 a little bit. Yeah, we're not skimping on practice. Just because we got a little bit of a late start. I don't think it's really reasonable for me to practice a solid hour every single time, but I could probably make it work, right? You did not. There we go, Stewie. It wasn't the golden run. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, Stewie, from 5 minutes ago. You trying to make yourself feel bad? You can't. Am I running right away? No practice? Never mind? Yeah, well, now you know. But we're going a little later today, Big C. I know I've ended early the past couple nights, and now I'm starting late, so we're going to try to make up for it. Yeah, get nostalgic for those streams ending at like 11:30, because I know that we haven't had... I don't think we've had one in like 2 months. Like it doesn't end soon. Oh, okay, no, we had that one time we got a big raid. I went a little late. Practice dance game? Imagine trying to get better at the video game. It worked out for me. 2010 is it's a good year. What happened in 2010? How's 2010 for all you people? What even happened in 2010? Did 2010 happen? You met ladies? Okay. There we go. Good year. Good PB. Now let's actually learn this. That's not how you do it. It's not how you do it. We were working at White Castle in 2010. That is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bringing up terrible... I don't like White Castle. I feel like most people... Oh, Jesus. Wall jump. I feel like most people don't really like White Castle. A lot of it's... Harold and Kumar did a lot for the White Castle brand, I think. 2010 feels like a decade ago? Yeah, so much time. It's almost a decade. It's almost a... what is the phrase? It's almost a year? You started hating life in 2010. It's been all downhill from there. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm sorry for bringing up 2010. Sure. We got the right idea. The 90s wasn't 20 years ago? Yeah. We're closer to 2050 right now than the start of the 90s. Cool stuff. Shoop? What's a shoop? Oh, update. Went to get a computer. Brought your computer guru buddy. PC was shit, actually loaded with viruses, etc. And it was supposed to be respectable PC builder. Well, shit. That sucks. I know, like, a lot of laptops are, like, loaded with, like, McAfee or Norton. And that, like, those... Considering Windows Defender is good enough in, like, 99% of instances. In fact, 100% of instances. Like, if you're a consumer grade PC user, getting your computer loaded with, like, certain antiviruses, Norton and McAfee specifically, is, like, almost equivalent of getting your computer that you bought brand new loaded with spyware. Shut up? Is that what you're trying to say? I like to say shoop. Remember Shoop de Whoop? Remember I'm a fire in my laser? That was not 2010. That was like 2008, right? You used Avast? So... I don't know if there's other cybersecurity experts in the chat. It's not my specialty. Because, again, I'm cloud security. But I personally don't think you need... Windows Defender is good stuff. Yeah, Shoop de Whoop was a classic. Remember the guy going down the mountain? It's like, Arr! Anyone remember what I'm talking about? Or I just sound like a crazy person? What up, Fred? Thank you for the 5 bits. Sandwich between a pepper and a pickle. I had stuffed peppers today. They were delicious. Made by Pink Loon Games. Believe it or not. You don't remember that one as well? Let me see if I can find it in the next 15 seconds. Yeah, this one. Oh God, okay, I didn't. South Africa World Cup was in 2010. They ended up banning Vuvuzela horns from soccer stadiums afterwards. Yeah, well, I remember that. I remember... Yeah, okay, I remember that because I was in China at the time. And, like, they care way more about soccer than the U.S. Even though the U.S. loves to care about soccer during the World Cup. But I could, like, not escape the sounds of Vuvuzelas, and I was in China. Because they were, like, every single large TV was playing it. I remember that was fun, though, because, like... Yeah, they were totally, like... bars centered around it, etc. Yo, thank you for the good luck, though, Mike. I appreciate it. I don't know, maybe 7:30 is my time. I'm feeling alert, I'm feeling awake, we're doing some good gameplay, etc. See, 2010 was a good year, we've established that, but, well, I guess not for Waylon, but we've established 2010 is a good year, but I have a new goal in mind for SMB3, SMB1, Warpless All-Stars. Ignore the SMB3 there. But, wanna know a good year? 2003, because Shrek came out. Shoutouts to Shrek. Our goal is a 2003. I'll be tired in 90 minutes, folks. Don't get excited. You know what? I need you here, Spork. I need you pumping this chat full of energy. Pumping me through it full of energy. Just constant conversation. Otherwise, can you really blame me? Without Spork in the chat, is it really worth paying attention? 2007 was a good year, so was 2008, but I can't get a 2007 because then I would tie Saradoc. Actually, 2006 or below would be a super good goal because when I started playing this game, the world record was 2007 by Saradoc. Or when I started running this category. And I think getting a world record, or getting what was better than the world record when you started is cool, you know? Seltzer? Today we have a bubbly orange. Pump the pepper, pump the pickle. Yeah, I need, like, you ever see the Darb cheer mote? I need that times 50 right now. When did I sell out? What did I even say that was selling out? Oh, for bubbly, yes. That bubbly sponsorship I have. That's exactly what I want to do, by the way. Bubbly, I think they make the best seltzer. I'll admit that. I've gone back and forth on different seltzer brands. A lot of the store brand seltzers are actually underrated good. Not even joking. I don't know why I would be joking. That didn't sound like a joke. I'm gonna post "Ah man" into Meme Extreme. Because this is an extreme meme. Also, yeah, I saw that new Donkey video was linked on Meme Extreme. And I haven't watched it yet, but it's been recommended like on every platform. Like I don't get notifications from YouTube that someone uploaded, but I got a notification for this for the first time in a while. And I'm like, do I really care about this Tekken video? You're gonna order a keg of bubbly? Good luck with that. You just looked up 2010 and it was honestly a pretty uneventful year. I mean, that's good, right? Usually events are bad. I wish 2020 was an uneventful year, to be honest, but I guess it technically is uneventful for different reasons. No one's doing shit right now, because we can't. You have 14 8-packs of bubbly in your apartment? Do you actually, Waylon? Donkey's hilarious. Tekken 1 doesn't disappoint. I like Donkey. But I generally like watching Donkey on video. Like, it's like streaming. I like watching him on games he's played, or at least games in genres or games I've played, or at least games in genres I would play. When he goes like I didn't like his League of Legends videos, you know? As you're watching at work. Wow. Scandalous. Speaking of scandalous. Yeah, Waylon, the way to properly store your 8-packs of bubbly is to make a fortress. Just stack them on top of each other, the boxes. Oh, I can't do that. Only lime and cranberry? If you're having 14, you better get like every flavor. There isn't a flavor I actively dislike in the bubbly assortment. I think my favorite flavor is the apple one. And then I like the raspberry one, I guess. No, probably strawberry. Strawberry or cherry. For the record, 2015 2018 were your worst years of your life, and 2013 2019 were the best. Well, You gotta have the bad with the good. 2019 being best. I guess 2020 can't be that bad if you finished your book, right, Kieran? Most are under your sink. What are you doing? I've made a seltzer tower, and I've posted it on the social media. Think about what you can do with that. I think it got like 3 likes. I remember I was like, why aren't people appreciating the art of the seltzer tower? Oh, I finished it, Kieran. Yeah, this must be like the best. No, I'll let you know, Kieran. This must be like the best time to be a struggling author, because like you're pretty much forced to write, right? You don't like the watermelon one? It was limited edition though. I don't think it is, because I just bought it literally today, Waylon. The watermelon tastes like fake watermelon. Like if you like Jolly Rancher watermelon, you're probably gonna like this watermelon. Like watermelon and grape both have like artificial and real flavors. Like you get things that are artificial grape that taste like purple. Just keep doing it. All right, I'll just never start it, and I'll just get a new book a day, Karen. Okay, sounds good. The watermelon would be good on ice, with regular seltzer mixed in. I don't know. There we go. There's the best idea I've ever thought of in my life. I don't think it'd be scientifically possible, but if you could make seltzer ice cubes, like it's just carbonated water in the ice, and then when it melts, it releases the carbonation. You get a little bubbly. That's all you need. Explain the flag trick that you don't quite get. What is the flag trick? Just why I always go for the top of the flagpole? Because if you're wondering that, there's a pretty good command on that. It's pretty detailed. Exclamation mark flagpole. Certain people are a fan of posting it. Not gonna spoil it for them. There we go. Dry ice, flash frozen seltzer. Is that the solution to a problem no one actually had? Making you thirsty for seltzer? That's the point of the stream. Should just change my name to Spicy Seltzer, okay? I should release my own brand of spicy seltzer called Spicy Seltzer. That sounds like a really, really good idea for me to like bankrupt myself. Yeah, especially if I put my face on the bottle. And remember Soda Shack? Anyone remember that? Shaq made a soda. I don't think it was called What's the Shaq soda? It was called Soda Shack. And like, basically, if it was disturbing to have a famous person who's like pretty charismatic on the bottle, it'd be more disturbing for a picante on the bottle, you know? Habanero seltzer sounds like it will sell like hotcakes. The only company I know with faces on the bottle that actually works is that one Pain hot sauce where they have like the people squirming on the bottle. I've never actually had it, but I've always been intrigued, so maybe it doesn't work. Let's see if I can just keep going right. The quantum physics will allow me to pass eventually. The bottle of seltzer could be my head, and the hat is the cap. Yeah, you see, I hate to burst your bubble here, but I don't think my stream has that much reach. You gotta understand the context of like the average American in their grocery store, just seeing like this weird bottle of seltzer, which is apparently habanero flavored. Just I'm smiling. I'm making a normal face. Just dreaming for me. No, if I was gonna make anything, it'd be a hot sauce. Okay. Those could be a little bit more esoteric. You could make small batches of them. See, Waylon has the right idea. If I'm gonna go on a venture that's going to financially cripple me for the rest of my life, I might as well just go all out. Start with a bottle in the Picante merch store, and later you make it mass-produced. Are you talking seltzer or hot sauce? See, both of these ideas immediately don't get off the ground, because when you're like selling something that someone consumes, you have to like really do it right so you don't get sued. Call it picante sauce is genius. The problem with that is that Pace already has picante sauce, right? Like when people think of picante sauce, they think of a certain sauce. I could make like a pickle-based sauce. Picante sauce. The implications are a little too disgusting. I don't want it to be my sauce. It's sauce, not milk. Understandable, but what if I make a milk-based hot sauce? You ever think of that? Sounds terrible. Now, if I made a sauce, it'd have to be a little sweet, a little spicy. Okay, you gotta get a little of my sweetness. Actually, speaking of that, I have this like this hot sauce that was made. Like, I don't know if you guys know what Sticker Mule is. They're you ever get like a sticker from a streamer or just like a custom like cutout sticker? It's from Sticker Mule. They're the #1 sticker people. But yeah, I was just randomly ordering stickers for myself, and they sent me a hot sauce because apparently they make hot sauce, and it was like so like sweet and spicy is a totally valid combination, especially like you get some like sweet spicy barbecue wings. It's a good flavor, but they were too much on the sweet and too much on the spicy. It tasted like candy that made you really, really like need water. It was like a horrible combination of both. I don't think I ever I don't know anything I would put it on like viably. Like it also like was like one of the more like Asian flavor type of sauces. So I don't know what they're doing. They called it mule sauce. And I agree, because it's ass. A chocolate hot sauce, I think, has been done. Candy water, yay. Have I ever tried truff? I have no idea what truff is. Have you ever tried truff? I'm gonna guess yes. Picante's spicy pickle blend. Put Picante's pickle in ya today. Yeah, let's not get like sued. Someone feels like sexually harassed for me in the store. You would definitely want me in that room for that meeting. Just keep shooting ideas until you find one that I can't make into a R-rated joke / implication. Yeah, you're like, I don't know, in software engineering or cybersecurity, there's a red team that basically tries to pretend they're a bad guy and break your systems to show you what's wrong. You're red teaming my meeting here. You're like, oh, you can't say that because then it's got an implication. All the young kids say that instead of ass. Are there any pickle hot sauces? I honestly don't know. And maybe it's for a good reason. If no one's tried it by now, like every idea for a hot sauce has been tried. Except for like, I don't know, human excrement sauce. Of course I had to go immediately there, but pickles are gross anyway? No. Okay, look at this. Beautiful. It sounds way worse when you also use the technical name. If it was shit sauce, people wouldn't mind. The fetish shit? I mean, quite literally, right? But yeah, I don't think that would market well. I'm not Nathan Fielder. I can't make a shit flavored ice cream and get lines out the door, okay? No, but pickles are delicious. Walks into stream, walks out. You know what, Adam? It's your own fault. You decided one day that you would check in from time to time into the stream. Pickles are briny, shit sucks. Have you ever had sauerkraut? Because you gotta have that ferment in the brine. That's briny as fuck, but also delicious. I don't know why, but I think B Squared's face would be the perfect smile for a hot sauce bottle. You can't do kraut? Well, I guess you're just a brine hater. Everyone laughed at the brine hater. All the kids made fun of him at a young age. This guy hates brine. No, you're good. You're probably good. I don't know. If you grew up in like Germany, maybe that would be a real thing. You hate it unironic. I don't think anyone expected you to hate brine ironically. There's no meme about hating brine that's ironic. You know I love Shrek, but what are some of my other favorite movies? Well, Shrek's a good movie, but I'll let you in on a secret. Shrek is also a meme. And that might be why I have professed love of Shrek. I wouldn't say like Shrek is like a defining movie of like my actual taste in movies. It's a defining movie because it's Shrek. Let's see. My favorite movie of all time is Akira. I like dystopian future stuff. I'm trying to think of, like, I also like, I don't know, I've been watching a lot of Scorsese. A lot of gangster stuff, because I finished The Sopranos and wanted more. Sopranos, Goodfellas. One of those was a TV show. Casino. I like Casino better than Goodfellas. I feel like I'm in the minority there. By that, I mean I am in the minority there. The Emoji Movie. Minions 2. Can we talk Sopranos spoilers now? I don't know. It's only been 20 years. Well, I guess 13 since the show went off the air. But 20 since it started. I'll allow you to talk about the show. I'm not going to say any Sopranos spoilers just in case someone didn't do their homework for Paco's stream. Oh. Guess we're doing this again. See, I have this movie list that I actually have to update, because I watched 2 movies since doing it. You like Sopranos the most? Yeah, it's my favorite television show of all time. I'll say that much. Pretty easily, actually. Let's see all the movies I rated a 10 on my movie list. I keep forgetting to make a save state. Forrest Gump's really good. I grew up Jewish, so Fiddler on the Roof, very good. Big fan of Howl's Moving Castle, King of Kong documentary, all the Lord of the Rings movies. My favorite comedy is probably The Other Guys. Yeah, you could link YouTube here. Whether or not I watch it is another thing, because I'm busy here. We're gaming here. 23 since the pilot was filmed. Yeah, I remember not this GDQ, but last GDQ. It was like the 20th anniversary of I think season 1. So they like all of GDQ because they had HBO in the hotel room. It was just like a 24/7 Sopranos marathon. I assume it's therapist's office. I will watch that later. Wait, that's pre-Sopranos, right? Wonder Bread? Oh, 1979. I see. Well, I'll check it out after stream. We gotta get through this practice here. Have I just done this level like for the last like 30 minutes? Like, I feel like I've never escaped. We're gonna be really good at 6-3 today. I'll say that much. You never knew I was a mob boss? Yeah, I run the Picante crew. You didn't know you're a soldier, Big C, okay? I can't believe you didn't know. X-Paco 5 is the underboss, okay? Yeah, we're not going for the strat, and unless like the run's kind of dying. Badass mofos here, yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. Hey, well, that guy shouldn't talk shit on his daughter. That's a perfectly reasonable response to nearly murder a man. Because they made your daughter uncomfortable. No big deal. Okay, Waylon? That's a perfectly reasonable, non-sociopathic way to react. So you get a few teeth in your pockets. It's life. Dr. Melfi's cool. Melfi is cool. Everyone on The Sopranos is cool. I can't think of a character I actively don't... There's some pretty uncool characters. We gotta learn how to do this pipe. Everyone hates Janice. On the first watch of the show, I definitely hated Janice, but Janice is actually hilarious on rewatches. Because she's just so ridiculous. Like, of course you're gonna find her annoying on the first time, but like, she does nothing but cause ridiculous shit to happen, so I'm fine with Janice as a character now. Yo, what up, Not Sure? How you doing? Found it to be funny as hell even through first watching. I think that, like, yeah, she still has legitimately funny moments in the first watch as well. Like the whole saga with the leg. Sure. Oh, Jesus. Hard for you to say what your favorite episode is. Mine is easily Whitecaps. I always say Whitecaps when I totally mean, what's the one where they get lost in the woods? Shit. Pine Barrens. Okay, I always say Whitecaps and I mean Pine Barrens because I think when I think Whitecaps, I think of like a snow-covered tree. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Paco. Yeah, unfortunately, no Sopranos con this year. Not that I think I would actually go, but I follow Sopranos Con on Twitter, and people seem to be sad. They're making Sopranos themed face masks. Something tells me they wouldn't wear face masks. Whitecaps refers to whitewater rafting and Trouble Ahead. That makes sense. Have you ever been to New Jersey to see the filming location? I mean, it's my favorite show, but like I'm not like so into it that like I would literally like do a Sopranos tour, you know? It's still a TV show to me. I'm not really attached to media the same way some people are regarding that. I mean, like, I say that as I play like Lost Levels for 1,000 hours. Different, I guess. You played the game last night? Did you stream it? Did I miss it? Did you beat up anyone in the game? I hear the game, you just talk to someone and beat someone up and then talk to the next person and beat them up. That's like the entire game. It's Pine Barrens where they dug in the snow. It's the one where they got lost in the woods in the snow, yeah? Why would I voluntarily go to New Jersey? I did for, what was it? NLSS, the speedrunning event. 100% accurate description, not a good game. Well, it's got the original Sopranos cast to voice act, which is kind of insane. Exactly. That's literally only one reason. Like, a company should just, like, remake the game with better graphics and maybe switch up a little gameplay. You streamed Tony time. God damn it. I guess it's all now that there's no more Tony time, like actual Tony time. We gotta make. We're still jonesing for Tony time, you know. You watch LA Beast on YouTube, and he always goes to Sopranos Con. I mean, honestly, the actors are getting old. If you want to go to Sopranos Con, you kind of gotta go now. Well, at least some of them. Which is a sad thing to say, but like, How old is Paulie? Paulie has to be like almost 70, right? I mean, obviously no one's going this year, but considering GDQ is a blow-up Paco, maybe just that one instead. Imagine still speedrunning. You met one actor in The Sopranos. He was only in a couple episodes. Which character in the show? I'm not gonna know the actor, but I wouldn't be surprised if I know which character it was. Uncle Junior is 89. Uncle Junior's still alive? Did I hear Darbian is speedrunning again? I am very aware that Darbian is still speedrunning. Or speedrunning again. I've been in a stream many times. If you speedrun Mario and you don't know that Darbian's back, that's like concerning at this point. You're looking, you forget. I see. Tony Sirico is, oh my god. How is he still going to Sopranos Con? Tony's mother's actress. I do know that she died, yeah. But I thought Uncle Junior has to be so old if he's not dead. Because he was old in the show, and that was 20 years ago. That's pretty much how this level goes. Fuck. Who's Darbian? He's a speedrunner who primarily speedruns Mario games. He's pretty good. I recommend him, Spork. Jesus. Yo, what up, Rupert? How are you doing? First of all, good luck. You're gonna get the check mark, or else I'm gonna march on Twitch's headquarters and no one's gonna be there because I think they're all working from home, but that's... Or else, you know? Darbian got a record a month after... yeah. I'm a big fan, okay? I follow some Darb. Just because I stream at the exact same time as him doesn't mean I don't know what's going on. Ronald Zellman is who you met? The politician guy? Waylon with the black and white pickle. I bet he was super nice. I've never heard like bad things about people who play minor roles, and maybe that's because like they just don't meet that many people who know that they are, so they don't have bad experiences. But like you always hear like, oh, that famous actor, absolute asshole in person. But it's like, oh, that guy who played this one character for like 4 episodes, the absolute nicest man alive. Yeah, Tony, pretty short-sighted on Tony's part there. I understand Tony's reasoning, kinda. It was absolutely not justified, but... What's a speed space run? I don't know, Spork. I do know what a speed run is, but... When you add the space... I just don't know. Sure, that's what we like to see. James Duval, name sounds familiar. I don't really know actors that well. The most famous person I've met is Lil B. I can't think of like any actors I've met or anything like that. Actually, yeah. Most famous person is him. David Arquette was cool. His handler was a douchebag. Again, who is David Arquette again? I'm... Confusion. Dewey in Scream. Never saw Scream. I could just look it up at this point, right? We're allowed to look it up. I have no idea who this is. I've never seen this person in my life. I barely know who Courtney Cox is. Yeah, I've never seen any of these shows that he's apparently listed as, like, important in. He was at a wrestling convention you were working? Wrestling movie. Met Frankie Muniz. Was Frankie Muniz playing at the concert? Isn't he a musician now? Frankie Muniz with his like $50 million. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I'd do whatever. He like, there's this like meme Frankie Muniz tweet that he like made in like 2012. That's like existence is pain. So that's what when I think of Frankie Muniz, I think of him tweeting like existence is pain. You met Screech from Saved by the Bell. Was that at your porn convention that you go to? Not sure. I had to make the joke. He was managing one of the bands. Yo, what up, Serena Slack? How are you doing? Doing good. Hello back to you. Just hellos all around, really. Saved by the Smell? I have no idea. I just know this happened. I have absolutely no interest. So, just a warning. iTunes just like automatically started updating. All right, cool. Never mind. It didn't require restarting the computer. I was like, I really hope that this isn't gonna fuck up the stream. Also, god damn it, I don't want to be an 8-3 again. Shit. Yeah, I just want to get through like 8-4 once or twice and then actually start runs, because that's important. 8-4 is about the easiest level in the game, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a big deal. Oh my god. I understand that's not what we want, but we get fireworks in the practice. Beautiful. It's Memorial Day in Mario Land, is it? What happened on 5/27? Well, I guess. What are they memorializing? All the fallen toads? Like, what was it? Super Mario Galaxy. The intro is like so intense. It's like, oh, we're just chilling, having a fun time. Oh, I guess we're getting like firebombed. No big deal. Well, it was a huge deal. There was like toads screaming. I remember this was like a Game Grumps bit. I do remember it was like unnecessarily brutal. It was like, okay. Bowser's Fallen Cronies? What? So it's Memorial Day, not in the Mushroom Kingdom, but whatever Bowser's Kingdom, I guess. That's what they call it. We're gonna win. Okay. Jimmy, you missed a legitimate ask about flagpole today. You gotta keep on your game, okay? I don't know what to tell you, but... sometimes life throws that at you. See, we're only doing this because we want the 4 ones. Whatever it's called, LOL, you're high? Well, have fun, Serena. Let me dazzle your high mind with a PB. Time to start skipping dinner to be on top of commands? Well, honestly, I was the one who started streaming late today, right? I shouldn't even have to say anything. I mean, like, what? Like, getting... unless, like, you're having, like, 10 pop brownies, you can't really get too high, right? You know what? I kind of agree right now. No couch potatoes in this stream, just Spicy's potato. Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, you know. Was the emote worth losing a friendship with 3 cats over? I don't know. Only time will tell. No, I joke. I think. After you work on Rupert Tingle or work on Potato, you don't have to. But I understand it is beautiful. Yeah, we were talking. There has to be a full body combo. That's the only way to reward the generosity of your viewers. Really, the only... otherwise, it's just greedy. Greedy and selfish. Cool. Precious taters. Potatoes. Oh no. You okay? I'm sorry about that, Jimmy, but you seem to have ruined the meme. It's gone forever. Tutu was killing a lot of runs yesterday. Like, more than usual. So hopefully we don't have that. For some reason when I play SMB1, my accuracy just goes down the toilet. I'm playing Lost Levels, and yeah, I lose in 3-2, etc. But it's because I'm doing, like, hyper-aggressive strats. Here it's like, oh, you have one enemy in the entire field of vision. And then I get hit by it. I miss. It's okay, you ruin a lot of things in your life. That's the spirit. It's hard to tell, Serena. But yeah, we're aiming for that 2003. I mentioned it before, but as a dedication to Shrek. Just shave off a casual 7 seconds. Oh my god. I think realistically with these strats, we could get like a 20:05. Well, I'm sorry. I'm making Jimmy's life worse right now. All he wanted was the combo. Shit. We literally practiced that. Alright, better start than yesterday. Feel like it took us like an hour to get past World 2. See, who was saying 90 minutes? Oh, I guess it hasn't been 90 minutes. He'll be low energy in 90 minutes. You don't know me. You know what? It's fine. We have like no time to lose. It's fine. Yeah, chat's been combo friendly recently. Yeah, plus 2.2. We might have to go for some harder strats. Oh my god. Pink with the 3 years of subbing. I'm sorry you never got a 2-year badge, but hopefully at some point you'll get that 3-year. I do really appreciate it. Tier 2. Thank you for the support. That is an insanely long amount of time. I can't believe I've been affiliate for 3 years, honestly. It's kind of ridiculous. But what can I ever do to repay you? Pink always showing you up? Well, it's hard to beat Pink in this chat. I don't know what to say. Why do I have gold splits? I should have pink splits. No, that's a little too creepy. Oh my god, why did I run that so close? Jesus. Why have my bars been so weird in this level recently? Sure. Pink splits? They would not look good on the red, I'm sorry. Not that orange looks super good on the red either, but yeah, that's why you don't see a lot of speedrunners with red overlays, I think, honestly. Because red doesn't look good on red. And red, green, and gold are universal, unless you want to go rainbow. Rainbow splits, that's a whole nother level. You like the rainbow splits? When it happens, it's fancy. Yeah, but what if it's fake? Then it's like throwing someone a surprise birthday party and then figuring out like, oh, it's not actually their birthday. It's cool, but like, it kind of ruins it. Hi, raw. I've never seen raw input abbreviated as raw. God damn it. Well, that's what I get for going bottom route. You've come to not like having the red and green on my splits. I think that one of the biggest mistakes that new speedrunners fall into the trap of when making their layout is having the big timer be red and green. That's a default live split setting, and I think it's so ugly. So like I like having all the numbers like on the like counting up and stuff like that to be this way, but I don't mind the deltas being red and green. So it makes it a surprise, the not knowing if it's a real gold. I'll give you a hint. Most of these levels can't do a real gold unless I change up my strats. 8-4 could definitely have a very real gold, though. Oh my god. Big John, thank you so much for the raid. Got protein, bruh? I actually do have protein powder. I have Quest protein powder in cookies and cream flavor. Mix it with almond milk. It's pretty good stuff. But thank you so much for the big raid, Big John. How is your 110K special going? Got protein, bruh. Tons of protein. I have 2 things of Quest protein. 1 chocolate, 1 cookies and cream. I'm gonna put a couch. There you go. You're going to get liquor. Good luck. Is your my ABC store offered roadside pickup, so see if that's available, or curbside pickup. Sorry. Disguised as Tang. Ooh. You know nothing about liquor, or you nothing about liquor. A little confusion, but it's okay. You know, there's one really close to you. I mean, that's how they are generally. Like, I feel like you're always within, like, 2 miles of an ABC. At least in this area. You nothing about it? No. I see. I was like, that's a little out of character, but... Well, I hope your stream went well, because if you're coming in here saying you need liquor, what does that indicate? You know, be coming here with the noun emote, Beer Day. Thinking you're gonna show me up with your big J noun. Well, guess what? Bam. Feeling when one streamer you sub to raids the other streamer you're sub to? Well, it's not awkward or anything. It's good. It's like your favorite streamers are in a network, right? What would the TV network for speedrunning be? What's ESPN stand for? Is SP just sports? What does ESPN stand for? Entertainment Sports Network? Heck yeah, brother. Empire Sports Network, I see. Yeah. We just call ourselves ESPN, Empire Speedrunning Network. You don't think it stands for anything anymore? Like, kind of like TLC, the learning channel? Learn about this reality television show. Oh, what was Honey Boo Boo on TLC? What happened for like that year of America? It's like, oh, we're fine with Honey Boo Boo now. Like, I feel like we haven't reached those depths since. We've gotten close. Entertainment and Sports Programming Network, I see. So we're just the entertaining speedrunning network. That was the same year the History Channel was all about aliens. I feel like that was like the precursor. The aliens just started... It made people realize it doesn't matter what our channel is, just as long as we have things that people gawk at. So what was Big John streaming today? I think he's been doing a ton of long ones, right? Just due to the fact that he's doing that 110K special. ESPN is rewriter stuff based on weird stats r/NBA came up with. I do know that like people were stealing that r/NBA post about a performance versus rating of strip clubs in cities for certain players who partake in that sort of deal. But I also don't follow sports at all. I just remember that hitting R all. He did Another World earlier, hopped here when he switched to slots. I see. Didn't even play slots today? Well, PSI, he's got some splaining to do. You were just showing a replay of someone's win, I see. Yeah, I've seen many a Twitch clip on a speedrun with good RNG. It's the same thing. Because Another World kept crashing and we were getting a tad frustrated. I've only seen... Another World is out of this world, right? It's the SNES game. They made like 8 different, like, ports of it. Yeah, I've only seen the SNES game. I haven't seen any of the ports. But I do know, like, the entire game was made, like, by one person, right? Like, graphics, programming, sound. So he's just cashing in. Every couple years, new re-release. We're set for a while. This was a Steam remake? I see. Okay, well, we didn't want fireworks anyway. Yo, what up, Milk? How you doing? Just like Skyrim? Yeah, where's... Have they even announced Elder Scrolls 6? Are we just... Is Skyrim the last one? Do we even want an Elder Scrolls 6 without Bethesda has been releasing products? And don't say, well, Doom is good. Technically owned by Bethesda, different company. Got a teaser image? I see. When was this? Actually, I feel like I remember this. Someone you know was at the live Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show with Honey Boo Boo and said that she was awful and refused to answer most of the questions or engage with them at all. I mean, Honey Boo Boo is actually like 12, right? I don't know how much of her fault putting her in a situation like that is, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, if you look up to Honey Boo Boo and think they're gonna be great people, questions arise in my mind. Yo, what up, One Shot? Oh my god. Anonymous gifter with the tier 1 sub to Big John. And Big John, enjoy the emotes. 5 fireworks in a row is kind of like a jackpot, right? Don't worry, you know who it is? No, it's a mystery. It was Big John himself. I have no... You can't tell who did it. Bethesda said, don't hold your breath on Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I feel like people are just... They're not over it, but like when you've been given Skyrim like 95 times, it's just like, okay, I'm sick of this. Give me some new stuff. You must debug Twitch? Yeah. It's like when Twitch adds like random alerts. It's like, oh, you've unlocked the 5,000 bit badge. It's like, okay, if I have custom alerts, I gotta debug. Gotta debug by spending money. Actually, didn't the new Twitch API just completely break chatbots? Actually, it didn't completely break them, but it broke anything based on uptime or something like that. Or anything like that, a command like uptime, where you care about idle people in your chat. I heard some people complaining about that. You check the API with a JSON PHP XML file. See, Jimmy, now I truly know you're legit. Uptime is dead? What happens? Well, actually, it's not uptime, right? It's like the amount of time a person has been in your stream. Like, point-based systems that aren't channel points are dead. That's what I heard. Because you can't see who's, like, idle in a chat anymore. Skyrim is actually a really weak game, considering how many glitches the game still has. I mean, maybe they're just like, everyone's gonna download the mods. Ignoring everyone that's not on PC, but... Why fix the game if other people fix it for you, right? It's the programmer way. Shame no one else makes Bethesda RPGs. Obsidian got close with the Outer Worlds. What was that one game that was in like 2005? Like two cities or something like that? They Kubernetes to the cloud. Kubernetes, that's... You must have Googled deep to find like a Kubernetes server. You running a Docker container right now, Jimmy? I mean, isn't the Witcher series just like a better version of the Elder Scrolls? From what I've heard with the Witcher 3. I don't know if that series is also done too. They're probably making a Witcher 4. I feel like, again, everything is gonna come out, like, right now everyone's good, but no one's making a lot of new stuff right now. Or if they are, they're making it at a lower capacity, lengthier timeline. So like in about 6 months from now, people are gonna get really bored with the TV shows available. And you might be like, yeah, there's infinite content from the past, but like, not people like new, people like shiny. People, you haven't tried The Witcher? So I hear from people who enjoy The Witcher, they say just skip straight to 3. You don't have to play 1 and 2. Waylon, I was not thinking of that RPG, but Jesus Christ. Yo, what a filth pile. How you doing? How is life? A key advantage of using deep neural networks as a generalization of matrix factorization is that arbitrary, continuous, and categorical features can be easily added to the model. Queries are tokenized into unigrams and bigrams, and each token is embedded. I mean, I know what those words mean, but I didn't process anything of what I just read. I'm just impressed I didn't really make that many mistakes. You never played Two Worlds? Two Worlds is a terrible game, PSI. The speedrun for the game is like 5 minutes long. Push Jimmy down until the bubbles stop coming up. We are not a murder-endorsing stream, okay? I don't know what streams you go to, but no one gets murdered here. We'll forgive him. He's a newer member of the community. 1 month sub. You gotta test the water. Sometimes it takes a while before you can snuff out the amount of acceptable murder in a stream. But yeah, if you haven't played The Witcher, like, I haven't played The Witcher. I've watched my friends play The Witcher, and like even that, it's super entertaining. You're going to say snuff out to that comment? You have Germa saying it's a baby sub and Spee voice in your head? I have no idea who that is, but I'm scared. Team Fortress 2 memes. I see. That's probably why I don't know. Speaking of memes, though, has anyone... Like, I don't follow Smash, but literally the funniest Twitter account I've seen in, like, months, maybe even years, is the Deep Leffen bot. Leffen's a Smash player, and, like, someone made a neural network based on his tweets. And, like, I think Pink could vouch. I was laughing like a madman. But they've just been getting better. They haven't been getting worse. Like, you ever laugh so much, like, it annoys people? It's like, what are you laughing about? Jesus. That's how this account has made me. Nice. So this is the first time we made it to 5-2. When people laugh and don't tell you it was funny, sometimes they just wouldn't get it, and then they tell you that you wouldn't get it, and then, like, you get upset. It's like, no, tell me, and then they tell you, and you're like, I don't get it, and then, like, you just have that sense of, like, dissatisfaction. It's like, I feel empty inside. But they told you wouldn't get it. So whose fault is it really? That was scary. I hate that bill so much. I hate that bill so much. Those were some aggressive bills. Jesus. That duck was necessary. Okay. Okay, just I guess we're not PBing today. Or this run. I shouldn't say today. We're gonna PB next run. Okay, new PB. We've made it to 5-4 today. I feel like that's already as good as yesterday. Yesterday, oof. I feel like, do runs just alternate from day to day? It's like you have a good day, you have a bad day, you have a good day, you have a bad day. It's like almost 1-to-1. Life's good cooking a burger. Well, that must have been a tasty burger if it took you that long to respond. You had to drop everything. I'm pretty jealous. Living in an apartment, especially one that closed off all of its amenities and isn't refunding us because of COVID-19. One of which was the grill. Hey, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I miss grilling. Even though I don't eat red meat, even though can't really make burgers, I miss grilling. Ground turkey, I would make a mean turkey burger. I really, really do enjoy turkey burgers. To the point where I don't think I miss real burgers. That being said, it might be like the Parks and Rec thing, where it's like as soon as I eat a real burger, it's like, oh yeah, this is 200 billion times better than any turkey burger, even the best turkey burger ever made. I can grill vegetables? Well, it would allow me to say the word shish kebab, right? If I made a shish kebab of vegetables. Those veggie burgers are pretty good too. Yeah, I mean, veggie burgers are good. But the issue with veggie burgers is like the grilling. Like, it's not there. Maybe an Impossible Burger. But I've never, like, can you even buy Impossible Burgers? Like, there's just something about the texture of a grilled ground turkey, ground beef, etc. Yo, what up, Ruby? We started late today, so I'm actually going to be live for a while. It's not going to be like, Ruby's here, let's immediately leave. Also, what up, Cannonair? How you doing? You're making mine in the pan, though? I see. Yeah, I guess that's always an option. Seems like a lot of effort. Pink made stuffed peppers today. They were really good. With cauliflower mash, delicious. You don't like cooking, but you miss grilling and you ran out of propane and you don't want to go to the store? Yeah, I feel like you can't just get shipped propane or natural gas. It's going to raise too many questions. You make your burgers in a cast iron? Well. I guess I should start doing that. Jess, I saw you in, shit, whose stream did I see you in today? Mr. Watching Battlegrounds during the day? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was like, oh shit, it's Jess. Did he, like, just get partnered? Because I swear that's new. Feel like you haven't seen him forever? Yeah, he's too much Battlegrounds. Have no idea he blew up out of nowhere? I feel like that's happening with, what, Thank Mr. Skeletal as well. The issue with Battlegrounds is that, like, there's too few people streaming in the 5 digits of MMR. So those people who do are blowing up. What's wrong with Battle? Nothing. That's what I'm just saying. That's where I saw Jazz today. So. Yeah, imagine actually saying words in chats. Like all these people chatting in my stream. Imagine going into their stream and then chatting as well. That's too much. No, lurking is a way of life. Let other people have the interaction. Just feed off of it. It's sure. We'll just go with that. Any chatters in chat? How about any lurkers in chat? Anyone lurking right now? If you're lurking, say something. The early morning / afternoon is slow for you on Twitch. Glad some people filled those spots. Yeah, you know it. You're lurking, not anymore, though, Mike. Get wrecked. Way to call out lurkers? No, I want some lurker representation. You always see the chatters making conversation. I want to shout out the lurkers. Did you just sit around the house 24/7 these days? I feel like that's a lot of people. So there's like a few people who like analyze Twitch stats. I think Stream Hatchet and Sully Gnome are the Twitters I follow, but like Sully Gnome's been tracking like average, like there's like a 1-to-1 ratio, and I guess most people wouldn't be surprised, but like with states like opening up and like lower Twitch viewership, like when quarantine happened, Twitch had the highest viewership it ever had ever, but it's slowly decreasing. It's still incredibly high. Also, I'm really sad about this, but whatever. Fellow lurkers rise up. Yeah, exactly. That was a risky command. Name makes the post. How many lurk emotes do I even have? What happens if I search lurk? Oh, I only have 3. And 3 cats is not really a lurk. What even is this? The Wild Grim, I guess. Okay. Oh, oops. Hold on 1 second. There we go. I wish you could lock layouts on Live Split. They've been updating it a lot. I wouldn't be a bad feature. We made it to what, like 5-4 today? Jesus Christ. 4-2. Impossible level. Maybe if you use bottom round. Whoa, okay. We actually almost messed up. Being facetious. Not working out for us. I've been really overusing the word facetious. I don't know why. Facetious, esoteric, and ephemeral. Also, we totally missed run 1776. No one was patriotic in the chat. What's with that? Also, no. We split early, and then we split really early. You like disingenuous and irreverent? Skim guy. What is up, my dude? 4-2 and All-Stars is such a blast. I like it. It's literally my favorite level in the run. I've never done any percent in this category or in this version of the game, and I never will. Yo, how you doing, Kamikaze? Not Skim Man? No, that was temporary. I'm sorry to say, but you've regressed. You can't be a Skim Man forever. You gotta really work towards it. You like all three of those words as well? You've only ever seen irreverent attached to comedy? Yeah, that's kind of weird. That is pretty weird. What? It's not. You also never hear irreverent without hearing quirky. Oh, this is a quirky and irreverent comedy. Why? Why is that how it is? What does irreverent even mean? Like, I kind of know what it means, but like, I don't think I've ever actually given it that much thought. I'm like, oh, it says it's quirky and irreverent. I know exactly what this is gonna be like. It's gonna try to be The Office. Terrific. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Picante's thoughts equals Keck W. What are you Keck Wing about? We got a definition in the chat. Give me a second, though. This is what we need to pog about, okay? Showing a lack of respect for people or things that are generally taken seriously. Okay, like, I don't think it's the first part when they're talking comedy. I did not expect that definition. Disrespectful is not what I think of when I think of irreverent comedy. But I mean, like, just not being serious, I guess. Or just being goofy in serious situations, I guess, is what they're trying to say. Like, I guess The Office fits the bill because it's like they're in a serious office and, like, I don't know, Dwight sets a fire. Classic Dwight. Any poggers here? We got a pog. This burger is unctuous? What does unctuous mean? I mean, I assume delicious. Sounds like you're puncturing something, though. Well, then complain to the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language 5th edition. You know what? If you pulled out an actual dictionary, instead of just looking it up on Google, and then just seeing what Google said, that is impressive. Dr. Strangelove is the epitome of irreverent. You see, I should watch that movie. Dictionary.com. No, canonairaisdope.com. Shout outs to dictionary.com. Slide in my DMs if you want to partner on something. The other day when Barb said his dog's name was fuck shit, that was him being irreverent. No, Barb is often irreverent. Barb's shtick is being irreverent, apparently. Unctuous, excessively ingratiating or insincerely earnest. Really? I'm sorry about your burger then, Phil Pyle. Oh, I didn't see the second part. Containing or composed of oil or fat. You gotta have some fat in your meat. No fighting in the war room. I assume that's a Doctor Strangelove quote. Cloying? Also, you didn't Google it? Where'd you get that from, Jimmy? Just from your mind? It's kind of a weird thing, just like thinking of words and like writing out a formal definition of them. Malingering. I also said a B instead of an M. Malingering. DuckDuckGo, I see. Yeah, you can't have Google know your search history. They're gonna send you some unctuous ads. If I've never seen a Doctor Strangelove should be a priority, I think it's on my high priority list. I tier my movies into high, medium, and low. You don't want unctuous and irreverent ads? Yeah. Just like disrespecting someone by dipping them in oil. That's unctuous and irreverent. The dip. Now I want dip. I had chips and guac today. But like, ever since I mentioned it, I really want sour cream and onion dip. And I went to the store today, so I really should have gotten sour cream and onion dip. Should have wrote it down years ago. The classic? What is the most classic dip? Salsa? What were people using as dip like back in the day? 1800s, Middle America. What are they dipping? Probably tobacco. When did they... Isn't the French fry actually pretty... Not French fry. Isn't the potato chip actually not that old? Like, wasn't it like late 1800s? Hummus is probably the oldest dip on Earth. Cradle of civilization was dipping in hummus. Cheese dip? Really? Maybe. I mean, a lot of the world does not eat cheese. I don't know the history of cheese as a dip. Hummus sounds right, or some sort of olive spread, yeah. I recently watched a bunch of Zohan clips, and yeah, why don't more movies have that much hummus? 1800s Middle America was too busy eating rodents from their root cellar to worry about dip. Yeah, worried about surviving the winter more than what they're gonna dip their chips in. Salsa is not dip. Salsa is a sauce. That's where you're very wrong, Jimmy. You got $11 worth of guac because that's the only size they're selling it in. And I hate to speculate too much, but as a fellow human being to another human being, you ate the entire 11 bottles worth of dip at once, right? You can't just not eat all the guac you have in your possession. There's like a sense of urgency, right? It's like, if I don't eat this, it's gonna taste the same, but it's gonna be brown, and that's not acceptable. So you gotta eat literally all the... If you have a tub of dip, you just ate a tub of dip. That's how it works. Let's throw down. All right, let's pull down. Let's do it. Salsa is the sauce as taco is the sandwich. I mean, like, you could add salsa as, like, a sauce in a burrito, but it's primarily a dip. Like, you're not, like, just pouring it over like ragu. You just close your eyes when you eat guac now? Yeah. It's the only way to not hate yourself. Okay, I made a 10-minute... I didn't mean it for it to be that long. But for the next 10 minutes, we're asking chat, okay? Sorry it's not a fully fleshed out poll. I'm kind of busy. View results. Dip 5, sauce 0. Its consistency means the sauce, but not a dip. You've never in your life consumed avocado, not even guac? Well, I'm sorry, Canonair. I do know that, like, some people are just, they don't like avocado, and that's fine. But that being said... No, we gotta... we gotta leave this open for, like, the next 9 minutes. It's very important. Who knows if you like it or not? That's fair. Why haven't you had it? Just avoided it, or... Are you allergic? You feel like it's a sauce in other countries? Yeah, should I say poll for Americans only? That seems... I'm not gatekeeping salsa, okay? Yeah, well, when you go to a Mexican restaurant, they give you chips to dip in the salsa. But then again, these Mexican restaurants I've been to are in the US. I don't know if that's a thing in Mexico. What are other salsa-having countries? Spain? Honestly, I don't know much about Spanish cuisine except tapas. It's a condiment in Seinfeld? You love avocado on everything bagel? The best toppings on earth for a bagel are cream cheese, lox, capers. You got just like... Go traditional Jewish style bagel with toppings. And you really can't go wrong. Like, maybe if you substitute that with whitefish. But whitefish has the disadvantage of allowing you to choke to death if you don't be very careful with the bones. It's a chip sauce. Mexico salsa is associated with put on your street taco, I guess. It's a thing in Mexico. Granted, pico is much more widespread for dipping than saucy salsa. I see. Trying to think of the... I was raised Jewish. I am not religious, kamikaze. Sable's good. Yeah, pretty much anything you get at a deli. Like, you go to a Jewish deli and say, give me the best ingredients for a bagel. And, like, you just leave with 4 pounds of fish, $80 less in your wallet. Delis are expensive, man, first of all. Oh, my God. Especially if you go for, like, the smoked fishes. It wasn't where picante was a Jewish name. My bad. Congrats. Well, okay. You love lox, hard to find, no Jewish deli around me? You can find lox in a grocery store usually, right? I haven't bought it in so long. I guess, would it just be in the fish section, I guess? But yeah. The best bagel is an everything bagel with lox, cream cheese, and capers. Toasted bagel also. You're insane not to. You've heard lox is easy to make, though, so you might give it a go. Well, you did just make... You made a Chicago specialty. A little shrimp Dijon. The stream hasn't steered you the wrong way, that's what I'm trying to say. Now I really want a bagel with cream cheese, lox, and capers. Sounds pretty much like the best thing on earth right now. You'd love to have a good Jewish deli bagel. They don't exist on the West Coast, really. Okay, that means there's an opportunity for you, Jimmy. When all this blows over, when it's not literally the worst time to start a restaurant of all time, in the past, like, 50 years, open a Jewish deli. What I've heard from people who own delis, which is not, I just heard from people, not like, I don't know people personally. But apparently owning a deli is like so much hard work. Like delis are dying in America because no one my age wants to run a deli. Like they're being passed down to their kids and their kids are selling it. Who doesn't toast a bagel? Savages? There are some people. Because I worked at a breakfast place and I primarily made breakfast sandwiches. There are people who are like, you don't toast the bagel. And I'm like, I wasn't good. The customer's always right, but in this case they were wrong. I cried inside a little bit. Jesus. Not as wrong as the people, so like, we had options. You could either get like, your breakfast sandwich on like a bagel or an English muffin or just regular bread or other stuff. The people who chose a regular bread over a bagel, I think they were the same cost. Those were the absolute fools. Oh yeah, there was also croissants, yeah. Bringing me back to my line cooking days. Everyone should take a food job at least once. Food and service. It would make the world a better place. You like sourdough? Now you want lox and it's your fault? Yeah, that's the problem. The true problem with quarantine, right? You can't just make impulse food decisions. I mean, I guess, like, if it's on Uber Eats you can, but, like, you can't just go to the, like, grocery stores. Like, a lot of them are open late. Some are even 24/7 for some reason. They were 24/7 because they relied on the impulse decisions from someone up too late. But now, Filth Pile cannot get his locks. I want locks too, if that makes you happy. I'm equally upset about my lack of locks. Maybe I need to change my hairstyle to compensate. Not that type of locks, okay? Croissant should not be used for a sandwich. I don't know if you've ever had a croissant cut in half with like ham and cheese in the middle. Like, and the ham and cheese are on the grill so it's all melty, but it's very delicious. But I understand just a plain croissant, fluffy, beautiful. My anguish does not satiate your hunger. Well, that means nothing, but it just sounds surprisingly deep. That's like something a character in a fantasy novel would say before going like into battle. Salsa is 100% a dip. Well, I mean, I haven't checked the poll in a bit. I forgot we had that poll, to be honest. I accidentally made it 10 minutes. I think I could prematurely cancel it, but no, we're gonna let it run. I wonder what the results say. Also, polls don't work on mobile, right? You can't see them? Oh my god. 9-3, really? 9-4? Who's saying sauce? I just said... People are just trying to be contrarian now. Fuck. Alright, well, it was fine, I guess. Kind of messed that up. Might lose a frame rule because of it. A mobile poll takes up 25% of the chat screen. Oof. You can see it on mobile? I see. So what's the criteria for a good bagel? Like, bagels are bagels to you. You've never had one that really stood out? Well, there's just different types of bagels. Like, if you've ever had an everything bagel, they got, like, the poppy, the onion. Life is good with an everything bagel. That should be the... If there was, like, a Got Milk commercial for bagels, that'd be good. Egg bagel got, like, a eggy taste in a not gross way. Those are the only two you should fuck with. All the rest of the bagels are eh. You're offended anyone would say it's a sauce? Well, it's 10-4, so... This all started because Jimmy said it's sauce. I see where he's coming from, but at the same time... Just different people. We grew up differently. Different upbringing. Oh, the poll ended. I think I know the winner. Any dough mics? We do. Yeah, Reaper understands. You love it when I call you Big Poppy? You're thinking of just bread and loading it up? Not really. Not like a two-sided sandwich with croissants. Oh, God. It was for the meme that you said that? Well, now we have a definitive answer. 11-4. That's like... I always forget polls exist. They're actually pretty well implemented on Twitch. Like, better than straw poll. Does straw poll still exist? They probably do. But they're probably sad. It's kind of like when Hitbox existed after Twitch clips. For like 3 months. Oh, come on. What do I think of chocolate-filled croissants? I've had them before, and they're actually pretty good. If I unroll a croissant, fill it with sandwich fillings, then roll it back up. If you unroll a croissant, do you know it's like this, like 30 meters? It's like a trombone or your intestine. What's the amount of what's the length I could say that you wouldn't question if that's legit? Because obviously 30 meters is a bit much. 10 feet. Remember when everyone said they were going to Hitbox? Good times. What am I thinking of? What was the thing that was Twitch clips? I was thinking Odd Shot. Not Hitbox. Sorry. Got the early hit, and then oh my god. You'll let Le Cordon Bleu Institute of our wait, what? Oh. So we had a high, we had a high 10, by the way. So, like, minus 2.5 isn't gonna get us a 7. We had, like, a 10.6. I will say, we're, doing a bit of concentration here. Oh, you're gonna email them and say, yeah, we've decided it's a dip. Nice. Oh my god, I almost got hit. Oh my god, come on, really? Alright. Oh, well, I was gonna say the run isn't that over, and then I did that. Should have jumped, right? Alright, it's not that hard to beat our PB. Ion, remember like Smash.gg? People signing like multi-year contracts? Who was it, like Nade Shot? MLG? Salsa is a dance, SMH my head. Anyone else see the movie, British salsa movie? Cuban Fury? Anyone remember the movie Cuban Fury? No? When I lived in Palau, there was like basically no internet connection. So if you wanted to have any entertainment, you basically had to buy DVDs on the street. Totally legal, totally cool. But yeah, like, I just ran out of those movies real quick. Like, I was getting desperate. Oh my god. Resi with the raid. How is 92 exit? That's right, I know. I keep up to date. What does 92 exit even mean? Were there 2 exits you could do past 90 that I didn't that I wasn't aware of? New discoveries? Resi raid, good luck. Well, it was 86 and then it was 90 and then there were 2 more, right? Tassers figured out CBA like a year or 2 ago. That's cheating. Use Tassers. SMH. 90 plus 2. So CBA and what else? I guess both exits in CBA. '86 was the meme because Penga's small task not getting switches. Yeah, I knew about that. Oh yeah, okay, Soda Lake. There we go. 90 was actual. Okay. So now 90 is not even a category, right? These fools thought they were doing all they could. It's like if they discover how to do vanilla ghost house secret. Not vanilla. Shit. What the? Donut ghost house secret. It's like all those 95 times down to the gutter. You still run 90 over 92? 92 is dumb garbage. Yeah, I'm also memeing. I understand that's not how it works. You love that emote? You love little Paco lurk? This is literally the first time since the trick was discovered they got an RTA. Like, when you say RTA, you don't mean just like chilling. Like, did you ever do this before, or did you like seriously wait until the run to like learn it? Because if so, that's insane. Jesus. What was the time? That's what I'm curious about. 122? 121? 208? Okay. That was close. Okay, better than my first 96 exit, maybe. Oh, that was gonna be a 3. You did the whole 90 run, then killed yourself in back door to go do it? I see. Took 25 minutes? That's not that bad. Like, there are certain tricks, like learning it takes like literally hours before you start getting it for the first time. So it could have gone worse. This is like, I remember how long it used to take to... What's the double shell jump? Like chocolate level with the pipes and the 3. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, CI3. So it could have been worse. That's all I'm trying to say. Chocolate whatever, I don't know what it's called, 3. I forgot the word island, apparently. It's a hard word. We're really gesticulating today. My arms been flailing. Well, I'm glad it went well. Thank you for the raid again. I appreciate it. GG's on world record, I assume, right? The thing is, CBA can't really be helped because it's a 3-pixel pause window with a 25% chance. Oof. So you're saying CBA, or CBA to do CBA? Yeah, you're not even talking about the other difficult level in 92. Soda Lake. Those torpedo Teds. Tough. Actually, I hate Soda Lake in speedruns, but small it might be easier. Soda Lake, hardest level in the game. Yeah, do you go under? Actually, honestly, it might be the most viable strat. Fuck yeah. Yo, that's cheating. It's not allowed in the speedrun. Jesus. The typing strats. We did it. Yeah, you rated just as I ended a run in 8-2 on PB pace. To a stupid mistake. Just forgot to jump. So, what I'm saying is we're playing good tonight. We're playing hot. We're looking for that... What's a better year, 2007 or 2008? You go under with Cape? Oof. Didn't know we had a noob in here. Says the person with a not sub 130. You died like 9 times in VOV 3 in that run? The one that you just did? VOV 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one. I don't like VOV 3 either. Was away for a while. How many times have I PB'd? I was very close. We were at 8-2, past the stair jump. I just like hit an enemy towards the end. And then I fell on a pit because I was tilted. But... Yo, am I like allergic to SNES controllers? Like every single time I stream. Like, and only when I stream, I get like I randomly have these like nose itches. Like, could I be allergic to the plastic in a Super Nintendo controller? I'm trying to think what could possibly cause this, because it never happens any other time in my life. Is my body rejecting streaming? You also missed a poll on whether or not salsa is a sauce or a dip. Dip won. I think it was 11-4. You swear you've had that recently too? This has been a thing for me for like at least, like I feel like it's been a while, like 2 years maybe. I need more cowbell. Now if I'm not the only one, I have to like, maybe I should be washing my controllers. Maybe it's all the grease. Just human and pizza grease. I don't know. Playing SNES makes my nose itch. No. There's 3 unknown salsa heretics among us. Are you saying that Jimmy is a known salsa heretic? Because it was 4. I need more cowbell. That's the solution. That's the cure. Also, we were gonna get a good time, and then I did that bonk. Or maybe not. I just listened to some Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah, this produces absolutely no Google results. So maybe I'm just insane. You personally voted Dip? I feel like as soon as I said, oh, Dip's gonna win this whole-handedly, like there were like 3 votes for Sauce. Maybe I'm thinking about my face so much because I'm on camera and your brain is creating phantom itches. I don't think these are phantom. And I also don't, like, so my setup is like me over here and then like camera over here. So unless I'm facing this way, I don't see what I look like on screen. Nose mites. Yes, I have bugs just crawling into my nose on stream. Everyone feels rude mentioning it. It's the heebie-jeebies, yes. That's the scientific term. Maybe it's from talking too much. I don't talk this much in normal life. Nose mites activated by the streamlights, yes. They burrowed their way in when no one noticed years ago. And they feed off the sunlight. Only present when my streaming light is on. What I got in the fridge? I don't know what Pink just got in the fridge, but we just stocked up on groceries today. So a lot of stuff good. Actually, we made cauliflower mash and stuffed peppers. So that's very delicious. We got kimchi in the fridge. It's pretty dope. It's not new, but it's in there. Maybe I have an invisible gnome poking my real nose with a stick. I feel like that's improbable. Kimchi is never new. That's fair. But actually, I have no comeback to that. You made homemade biscuits the other day. It was epic. That sounds so epic. Want to make them again, but with more chilies and twice the cheese. Chilies in your biscuits? Improbable, but not impossible. I mean, I guess we haven't scientifically disproven invisibility. In fact, there are some animals so good at camouflage, they're considered invisible to predators. So maybe there's just like an actual, like, the predator sort of deal. Green chili cheddar biscuits. The thought process of baking and chilies, I want jalapeno poppers. I want jalapeno poppers in my mouth. You missed the bagel discussion, where I made everyone want bagels with lox. Predator gnome. Let me just Google this. We got some time. We got like 10 seconds. Someone definitely made a predator gnome. This is a thing. I'm gonna do a risky move. I'm gonna link a YouTube video I'm unable to watch. Hopefully it doesn't get me banned. Yeah, see, if you're starting out on streaming, just send random links that you have not vetted, personally. It's the best strat. There you go. Are you satisfied? Oh, okay. I don't know. He could be like yelling slurs for the 17 seconds, but based on my muted watch, this is fine. You're satisfied? Okay. I'm happy I could be of service. Alright, we'll take a 309. You did not expect that to cut to 2 girls and 1 cup at the end there? I mean, I'm pretty surprised myself, considering YouTube is generally a platform that does not allow that kind of stuff. But I guess things slip through the cracks. All those algorithms that detect body parts of certain nature, just they don't detect them when they're covered in fluids and solids of certain nature. Just how it is. They detect world record runs, like this one right here. What's my best possible time? 1956. What's world record? 1948. Sounds good. I think world record is like literally impossible with my current strats. Do you know why those formulas are called algorithms? Because generally they're done by machine learning, and machine learning uses algorithms as a connotation. Like, if you see some of the machine learning algorithms out there, it's only like one line of code. Like, certain programs have the ability to just like do crazy stuff in like 1 or 2 lines, and that's why they're called algorithms. You know what? I should have read the second half of that before I answered. But yeah, they're actually called algorithms. It's based off Al Gore and his coveted Zumba Tuesdays. Dedicated to that, actually. Watching Al Gore do Zumba. Algorithm comes from the Persian mathematician named Al-Khwarizmi. I tried. Damn, this dude was old. 780? Why so old, dude? So he made algebra, I guess. That's what a quick wiki shows. You know, the thing that I totally should not be reading. Well, all right. Math was popular in those times. Yeah, it wasn't. The wedgie was not invented yet. I don't even know if underwear was. Like, tighty whitey type. Math skills brought all the girls to your yard. Well, I think to become a, like, there aren't that many mathematicians, like, throughout history in general that didn't come from a relatively, like, yeah, there's people like Rajmanajan who, like, came from pretty much nothing. But I'm fairly certain most mathematicians come from a pretty well-off background in the first place. Or super hyper famous mathematicians. So, unsure how much. I mean, being a genius probably helps, but you might have been able to get girls regardless. You wish you had a better memory so you could remember math stuff? You could understand it in class, but you always forget it the right way? Hard to do deep thinking while you're starving to death? Yeah, pretty much. Apparently it's not that hard while you have dysentery, though, because Rajmanajan, I think that's his name. I hope I'm not butchering it. He, like, had dysentery, like, or symptoms similar to dysentery, like, his entire life. And he did some pretty good math, as far as I could tell. Well, Canonair, what about other subjects? Maybe you just think you're learning the math, but it goes... Math is really boring. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyone seeing the stream skip? I have dropped 0 frames. If you are on Source, I recommend not being on it if you consistently get stream skips. Oh my god. You can watch a show and forget major plot details the next day. I see. You have bad memory for a lot of things. I don't have the best memory either, so. I guess Twitch wanted you to watch another ad, BRB. Well, you probably can't hear me saying this, but good luck out there. All good now? Nice. So was it quality options? So whenever someone's like, anything wrong with the stream, quality options. Which is why quality options are so absolutely crucial. I don't care if I have to roll 10 times. I will get the quality options. Today I only had to roll like 4 times. You were watching a kid's science show with your son and they said something really crazy to you? Like, how crazy we talking? Talking like sleep with one eye open crazy, or? Earth is flat. Yeah, they said that on the science program. By the math, the smartest person that ever lived almost surely died without anyone really knowing them. Yeah, that's probably true. But it's also, like, when you think about it, I don't know. If you are smarter, you probably have a higher chance of people being aware you exist. I mean, there's some crazy people who, like, they didn't even know how insanely, like, oh my god, this person did all of this in secret, and we've stumbled on it by chance. Like, what is it? James Dardner or whatever. Who's the guy? Who's the outsider artist who made that, like, 8,000 page book? Henry Darger, who, like, was just like a janitor, and then he died, and then, like, the people who owned the apartment were, like, looking at his apartment like, Jesus Christ, this guy spent his entire life making, like, this 8,000 page book and accompanying, like, art for each page. Except some of that stuff's creepy. Imagine what kind of thing Isaac Newton could do with today's computers. He could probably look up a ton of stuff on Google. Like, we're talking, he could look up recipes, YouTube videos, funny cat videos, scroll on Reddit aimlessly as he sees his wife, or not wife, life waste away. Yo, what up, honeycombs? How you doing? Yeah, I didn't want to say it, Jimmy. I didn't want to be crass, but there you go. This is a G-rated stream. He would have the best memes, yeah. He spent his entire genius on making memes. That's what would happen if he was alive today. But they would be some good memes. Like, it'd be like Shrek level memes. G for good stream, yo. Didn't know we're doing alphabets, but I like it. They'd be sick, yeah. Yeah, like, just think about it. Someone is out there, maybe they're not born yet, maybe they were born too early, statistically they were born too early. The best person for memeing is already dead, and that's upsetting. If you were able to bring them into the 21st century, specifically like 2012 and up, the memes that we would have gotten today are unfathomable. But no, not anymore, because they're probably not here with us anymore. Because they were born in like 1600s in a random Chinese province. Someday my kids are gonna tell me that my memes are stupid and old-fashioned. People are already telling me that. Because I used to like advice animals with the impact font on the top text and the bottom text. And that's only ironically like now. No, okay, I'm sick of those, but I held on to those way too long. I thought the format was never gonna die, and it died hard. not as hard as like Rage comics though. So. You like the guy that built a giant underground maze under his house? He worked as a mason and just brought a bigger two home one night. Oh jeez. It'll come back, yeah. We're gonna see like Fry memes with the not sure if. We're gonna see most interesting man in the world. Do people even know who most interesting man in the world is? I don't watch TV, so I don't really know what commercials exist. Like, does Dos Equis still do those commercials? Probably not. That was like late 2000s. Does anyone remember the meme with the dude who would use a lame pickup line and then go A? Like, are you talking like... like Rage comics? Like stick figure type dude? Or are you talking like Fonz? You know the most interesting man in the world? No, you're a boomer at this point, Rezi. We're not talking about you. You wonder how good guy Greg is doing these days? Yeah, he's probably not making bank off his meme status anymore. I'm pretty sure good guy Greg and scumbag Steve like were legitimately able to like get some decent money from being the memes. Yeah, this speedrunner no longer needs a parental guardian to go to GDQ. Feel old yet? It's a picture of Rezi and low percent. Okay, well, imagine if the guy who started ICanHaveCheeseburger.com and started the Cheeseburger network of blogs for those animal memes for content. I would be very happy that I made a lot of money, but I would be sad that I'm so entirely irrelevant now. Maybe he's okay with that. Maybe he didn't want to be in the spotlight. But like it was, ICanHaveCheeseburger was like, that network was some of the most like popular websites for like literally years. He definitely made millions. Homestar Runner turned 20 not too long ago. I think it's older than 20. I thought it started in the 90s. But maybe not the web cartoon. The web cartoon's a bit different. It doesn't matter. Homestar Runner is still good. It's one of the best aged things on the internet. You look at old stuff on like Albino Black Sheep, maybe because it was not necessarily adult. They didn't like a lot of old humor. Like you go on Newgrounds, it's just like, oh, this is hyper violent. Oh, this is hypersexual. Oh, this is hyper inappropriate. Like that's what people. It's like, I'm looking at this on the internet. But like Homestar Runner actually just tried to be entertaining in its own right. So maybe that's why it's aged so well. Tell me you don't listen to the Strong Badia anthem and feel some emotion, you know? Anyone remember Joe Cartoon? That was pretty bad. I have no idea what that is. What was that one site? Like Liquidity or something? Like Liquid Bomb? Was it liquidbomb.net? That was another one of those inappropriate ones. Yeah, if you made millions, you'd never see me again. 5 million is your FU number. Past that, you're a ghost. Well, I mean, I guess if you do calculations, pre-tax, 40 years of working at 100K is $4 million. So people are like, oh, if you got $1 million, it wouldn't even last that long. And first of all, that's not true because, like, if you just had $1 million up front, you could put that in an account that just generates a livable wage of interest. Actually, I have no idea what $1 million gets you in net interest every year. If you put in like a money market. But anyway, or return, you know what I mean? But like if you just have $4 million, you could just live for the rest of your life. So that should be the goal. Become a 4 millionaire. Yeah, population tire. I'm not gonna sing it, but that's all you need. Okay. I guess we're not getting fireworks. $1 million is nothing. Average home in your city is 800K. Yeah, but just if you had $1 million right now, just like saving, put it in a money market, what would that yield you? Like, if you just had $1 million and you put it in a money market, and I don't know what a yield is, 5% still 50K a year, right? Maybe like 75K, yeah. And 5% is pretty low. Probably not now, but you know. You got the system is down stuck in your head, Beer Dry? Or the cheat rave song. I tried. Okay. The system is down. But yeah, $1 million is not nothing. $1 million is like, you never really have to work again if you're willing to settle for a okay life situation. But people just see $1 million and then they immediately buy a house. That's just the wrong approach. A money market is 0.85% pre-tax. What am I thinking of with like a 5% return? Maybe it's not a. I'm not a financial guy, so I'm probably just an idiot. You ever think about that? That I don't. I really don't know what I'm talking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Really? Okay. Well, I'm thinking mutual fund. Yeah. But even then, I think it's maybe lower than I thought. I'm like kinda entertaining. No, this is worthless. Yeah, just a waste of time at this point. Yeah, you'll have good and bad years, but like you still have $1 million. Yeah, that's when you buy your large house in Oklahoma, get some good internet, and just chill. You think Ugandan princes give a pretty good rate of return if you give them $1 million in Google cards? You see, I've heard bad things about the Ugandan princes, but I've heard the Nigerian princes. That's where you really should go. Also, thank you for posting a picture of the cheat chest. I finally got to that. Your $1 million could be 700K after a bad year? I mean, that's fair, but I don't think there's any disadvantages to only having $1 million, right? Only. I don't even know where this conversation's going. I'm implying that someone should give me 100 million bits right now. Let's do an experiment. Oh my god. That was a little close. Almost lost. Oh my god. I didn't. It was a joke.
Here's a start.
It was a joke. Domike, congratulations on unlocking the potato. You're one of a very, very select few. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the 3,000 bits. And you're gonna all see this. You're gonna think it's an injustice. But I have to do it. This channel is 100% pay to win. Congratulations, Domike. For those... I'm cutting it off though now. No one else will be able to pay to win to this status. I'll say that much. Yeah, Domike has the potato. Look at his badge. His is beefier than yours. I'm sorry to say. He hasn't talked. He did with the 3,000. Thank you so much for the 3,000 bits. That's a lot of money. And with that, I think anyone else close already has VIP, so we're cutting off the VIP. You can no longer pay to win VIP, but I feel I have to now, right? The man has a potato. Well, oh my, no, don't, Jesus. Well, Domike, I hope you enjoy the potato. Be responsible with where you post it. I don't honestly know what Three Cats would do if he posted it in his channel. I haven't talked to Three Cats in a bit. Makes me sad. Don't Mike living up to his name, yeah. that potato he's seen some shit. Raining fire all around him and he's happy. You plan to get banned? Oh my god. You're all cut off? Yeah, the books are closed. There are when you get too many VIPs, some people were here for the great VIP wave of 2019. I think that's when the feature came out. Like the first day I had VIP, I VIP'd like 40 people because I'm like, oh, you're cool, you deserve a VIP. Oh, if they're a VIP, I have to VIP this person. And then it was like, wow, this is terrible. And then I un-VIP'd everyone. So I've been very careful about it. I'm also making this such a big deal when it really isn't that big of a deal. Just make my favorite people mods to make more room. They don't want to be mods. Imagine having responsibility. But honestly, Don't Mike, that's absolutely insane. Because first of all, it hasn't been that long, right? Mr. 5-month sub. But secondly, that's a very large sum of money, so I do really appreciate it. I know I say like money to burn and stuff, but you can spend your money in a lot of ways and you choose to spend it here. So I acknowledge that you're pretty dang cool. We're not even saying damn, well I just did, but we're danging it. Not many people get a dang out of me. Three Cats has some creepy emotes. You got your first VIP the other day in Rupert's. You've bestowed it elsewhere, but you redeemed VIP there. I see. How you doing, sweets? Yeah, private mode's pissed. With another VIP, his badge is now worthless. Three Cats has very usable emotes. People want the grotesque, the creepy. VIP inflation has ruined the market, yeah, but not the Bacante point market. Also, it's a little too late now, but wasn't I supposed to wear a silly hat today? I guess Skim Guy never asked. Also, Jesus Christ, what was that? Yo, Jepper the Leper. Congrats on the gift sub to Three Cats. Enjoy your Omega Thicante. Your equity's being diluted? Oh no. I don't know what that means really, but I do, but it sounded like gibberish in my head. I like tune out all financial talk, I really do. A gun to Yoda's head, who doesn't want that? I don't know. Now look at that potato. Is that a new emote, though, Mike? I feel like he made that when I told him to stop stealing my emote. You saw a Mega Thicante in some random stream today? Maybe not a Mario-based stream, but you're like, whoa. You know, it's when you see an emote, you know, in a random... Well, first of all, Three Cats is like a big streamer now. So, just with any big streamer, you randomly see the emotes. But Omega Thicante is pretty good. It's modeled after a pretty cool person. That's about the least silly hat you've ever seen. Well, for me to wear a silly hat, I can't just wear silly hats willy-nilly, okay? That dilutes the Picante point market, the one thing that will crash the world economy. Only when they're redeemed will the silly hats be worn. The Picante stream crossing many genres. Is it? Pretty sure it only does the Mario one. Picks. How many PBs we get? The 2010 is the newest one, which was 2 days ago. Oh no, that baby did something bad. Don't Mike really flaunting it. Everyone's jealous. Also, I thought Sweet said that for a second. I saw a long blue name. I'm sorry, Kieran. We have not PB'd, but we've had 2 good runs. One died in 7-3, -2. The other died in 8-2, -2. So, much better than this one. You mean the past 20 minutes, bro? Maybe you saw the 8-2 one. But we had one that was really good into 7-3. That's one Sweet Potato. It's actually not private mode. It's a regular potato. Probably Yukon. I will say, of all the bit badges, just to really make it not something that you should care about. The difference, oh god, okay. The difference between the $250 and $500 bit badge is like non-existent. So, yeah, stop. You're allowed to not go for the Shrek emote. Sorry you had to make like 1 million phone calls? Well, that's unacceptable, and I'm truly, truly upset. We got potato jokes now? Yeah, we already have exclamation mark potato, so. 2,000 runs in this game, really? I guess, so it's really easy to up your, first of all, I know we're at 1,800, but, it's really easy to up your run count on games with shorter runs. Like, 9,000 attempts on Lost Levels Warpless D4 would be like 15,000 attempts in this game. But you get Shrek ears to place over the potato. Let's see how it even looks. It probably doesn't look very good. It's a pretty bad combo emote. Oh, it actually looks pretty nice. Especially on the on-screen chat without the gap. I'm surprised. It's pretty good. So worth literally $500. Debatable. It's got its own counterfeit anyway. The combo's a win, I'm surprised. Like, in all honesty, like, it's hard to find things that combo with the Shrek, except for, like, W emotes. Shit. Really? Yo, you ever see a PB so big, you passed out. There was no explanation. You just saw like, minus 30 on the splits, and then like, woke up 3 hours later. So I'm warning everyone that's weak mentally that this PB that's about to happen is gonna be scary. It's gonna be a situation where if you're not strapped in, things might happen. That was concise on those fireballs, Jesus. You just pog when you see PB? Not this PB. This PB is gonna be especially strong. I don't know if you're into anime, but there's a specific scene in One Piece when Shanks meets Whitebeard. We're going weeb shit now. And they're like, you gotta stand back. This guy's a big-ass pirate. He's got some mental shit. If you're weak, you're gonna pass out. It's the same thing. Shanks vs. Whitebeard is epic? Yeah. You know what? I will totally admit that was because of Shanks versus Whitebeard. Good thing it was 1-3. You're not a weeb, I'm sorry? Umar got it. Umar's here, he's cheering me on. He's saying, keep talking about One Piece. Ion was here earlier. I don't know if Ion's still here, but he's resident One Piece fan. I would probably argue that the Shanks versus Whitebeard meeting is like top 5 best scenes in the anime. Not one of the best scenes overall, but just like it's very well done. When you coach hockey for kids when you coach hockey, the kids talk about anime and the only reason you know anything is because you talk to weebs on here. What do they say? They're like, did you catch the latest episode of Boku no Hero Academia? And then you should be like, I'm not a fan of My Hero Academia, and they'll be upset. I have no idea what the show Boku no Hero Academia is about. I just know that the name is highly contested. God damn it. They bring up that one all the time. I don't know what it's about. I actually truly don't. It's got like 1 million episodes. Well, we were just talking about One Piece. One Piece it's got at least 3 episodes. Just high school kids training to become superheroes. That already existed. What came first, Sky High or My Hero Academia? Because I'm pretty sure Sky High did. And if you're gonna just rip off Sky High, you might as well stop trying. All these fools watching Boku no Hero. Okay, whatever. I'm done with this. Western anime, aka Western live-action movie about superheroes from like 2000. That was like before superheroes were big too. If they like released a new Sky High, it'd be like gritty. It would have a $150 million budget with Zack Snyder as the director. It would do well at the box office, but it would be a critical disappointment. People would be like, release the Snyder cut of Sky High. It'd be a whole deal. Okay, there was like, I think people forget that like before the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like Spider-Man was like the only one people gave a shit about. And this was like 2005. So Superman was still cool in the 80s, but it was a different breed. There wasn't like a massive $100 million superhero movie like twice a year sort of deal. It was like you had the Superman original trilogy, and even then you had like weird Richard Pryor cameos and stuff like that. They were like off the walls in a way, you know? Now no one cares about Superman. Now it's like every movie with Superman's a disappointment. I like the original Man of Steel, but I was also, again, like, it was like 2006, right? So I was a 12-year-old. Yeah, Superman was a big deal. But it wasn't like it was just like its own thing. It wasn't like genre defining, like everyone's like, oh, we gotta copy Superman, you know? Not a huge superhero or Superman fan. The issue with Superman is just like, he's too good. We live in a society where we need flawed characters to be entertaining. Goody Two Shoes over here, Mr. My powers are really awesome. Oh. It's boring. Superman loses to Witcher. Not a huge superhero movie fan. Doug, 2019 Joker, but that doesn't really count. Do you like Taxi Driver? Do you like the King of Comedy? Then you probably like Joker. You enjoyed the Justice League cartoon from '05? I enjoyed Teen Titans a lot. I remember growing up to Teen Titans. Yeah, everyone was like, oh my god, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. And then everyone's like, oh my god, Batman 1, 2, and 3. And then they're like, wait, these people like superhero movies. Let's just bust out one every 6 months like clockwork. Same plot, every single one. It's like superheroes hot shit. Superhero faces bad guy, gets defeated, and then overcomes it and destroys him. Despite being the underdog. That's like every movie. And before that, yeah, it was just Batman and Spider-Man. And I guess Superman like 30 years before that. Or 20 years before that. The Boys were a good take? I have no idea what that is. Remember the show Heroes? Because I sure don't. Yo, what up? How you doing, Flea Boy? I didn't watch The Boys. I have no idea what The Boys is. It was on Amazon, I see. I have not watched a single Amazon Prime Instant Original. Or Amazon Prime Original. I don't know why I said Instant in there. Doing good? Nice. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Problem is the movies get gutted. Some of the comics can be mega interesting. They gotta smooth it out there for that Disney shine and mass market appeal. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed superhero movies up to the first Avengers, and then I was like, okay, I'm done with this. And then no one else was. Besides, I saw up to Avengers, and I saw Deadpool 1 and 2, but that's because my boss was super into Deadpool, and I felt like if I didn't see Deadpool, it would literally be a detriment to my career. So that wasn't really because, like, he was, like, upset. Like, he gave everyone, like, Deadpool figurines. And, like, when someone, like, did a good job that was recognized, he'd, like, here's another Deadpool figurine. It's like, okay. So I was like, I can't let him know that I haven't seen Deadpool, so I'm just gonna quietly watch Deadpool. And then we all saw Deadpool 2 when it came out. He literally was like, everyone take this afternoon off. Let's watch Deadpool 2. Luckily, we have cool people, because that could totally be an HR violation considering the content of the movie. But, yeah. The funny superhero movies are good. Thor 3 was great. I saw Thor 1. I saw Thor and the Avengers on the same flight. Maybe it was because I saw Thor before the Avengers, and I was already superhero movied out. But I liked the original Thor movie better than the Avengers one. I didn't really like the Avengers one that much. I also saw Guardians of the Galaxy on a plane, so I guess I saw one more. And I hated Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, this is the most generic plot. I'm wasting my time, sort of deal. You better watch it at that point. Yeah, politic your way up to the Deadpool references. Yeah, it's like the inner circle. He's just joking around about Deadpool, and I'm just like, haha, that's funny. I know why that's funny. It's like I could read you from here. It's very surreal, interesting. I'll be honest though, it's not really interesting. Like, I didn't add any superhero movies to my list. And I'll probably never see Endgame. Some might find that sad. I don't really find it that sad. I will say though, like, I don't play a lot of pinball because, well, A, no one's playing a lot of pinball right now unless you own like 10 machines, aka you're a millionaire. But like, growing up, I was like near this place with like a lot of pinball machines. The Deadpool pinball machine is like a really awesome pinball machine. Like, we're talking legit super fun, like my favorite pinball machine. I love Deadpool pinball. Say what you want about superhero, but there's superhero stuff, but they make good pinball machines. There's also like there's another superhero one. Oops. There's an arcade near one of your first jobs. You used to run there and play pinball and break. Pinball's dope. I feel like people forget how dope pinball is. Like, if more than just Stern created new pinball machines, I could see a pinball renaissance in America. Not anymore, because COVID has killed any chance of that, but South Park pinball is great. You literally re-downloaded 2 pinball games on Steam a few minutes ago. Which ones? I'm curious. You love real pinball? Yeah, pinball's a little too touchy for the future. Hand sanitizer on every machine. I like bars with pinball machines. I'm so scared for the machines constantly. It's like someone's gonna spill beer on this and ruin it. But besides that fear, it's like, oh, you get to put your beer on the machine. Yeah, this is legit. Too many new machines suck, though. Too many room between the flippers. They just drain you quick. The only one that I could truly agree with you there, Jazz, is the Kiss pinball machine. The most bullshit pinball machine I've ever played. I think the Munsters, the new one, is also kind of like that, but I remember I had some fun with that one. Fuck the Kiss machine, though. There's like 18 inches between the flippers. The thing about the Kiss pinball machine is that, A, it's like, I don't care about Kiss. B, I guess I don't care about Deadpool either. B, the actual map is not interesting. Like, Deadpool has like these really cool like effects and like mini games and like the screen, like you have to interact with it. Kiss is just standard pinball. And C, the way that the ball launches you, like, so you know how like you pull on the I gotta reset. You pull on the lever and then like the pin goes, or the ball goes like around the track. It will like instantly drop it in the gutter, or not the gutter, but like the middle. So it's like half the time when you start, you like instantly get a free ball or like a retry, and then you instantly lose that retry. Sorry, the pinball talk messed me up. No, I was just playing badly in 1-1 and 1-2. You need to refresh. You're like 15 seconds behind in your buffering. Are you on source? That is the question. Yo, what up, Gordeezy? I mean, maybe if like so many people have buffering issues, I should just stream at 4,000. There's no point. Like, it's cool for the few people that could see my stream at 6K, but I think it just causes issues. Places could mess with the machines as well. That's fair. Honestly, considering pinball is... The machines are super expensive. They require tons of maintenance, and they probably don't get that much money. Yeah, 75 cents for a play that lasts 5 minutes is pretty steep, but... Well, let me do that. A lot of people are having issues today. Is being on source good or bad? If you can't handle high bitrate, it's bad. But I made it lower, because why not? You want to speedrun SMB1 Warpless All-Stars? Well, it's never too late to start. Just don't play like this. You open a new tab? Like, the Twitch video player is just so unbelievably bad. Like, say what you want about YouTube, but they actually know what they're doing, especially with live streaming, like, the actual technology. Now, they have the shittiest live streaming platform from UI perspective, but the live stream works. I feel like half the streams I watch, it just randomly starts buffering. Granted, those machines are 10K before maintenance, wear, and tear. Yeah, that's the thing. It's expensive and a lot of upkeep because the entire point of the game is literally to bash a metal ball against the game. I lowered my bit rate, Sweets, so let me know if that fixes it. Let me know, I mean, like, obviously for the 1% of people who watch at source and have no issues, it might affect them, but I went from 6K to 4K. I wonder if that's going to have any positive effects. They're made to be shaken. I mean, like, even if you engineer it, it's still, like, it's not going to be good in the long term, you know? Yeah, even, like, a lot of the good old machines are expensive too, right? Okay, am I just wrong? Like, yes, all arcade machines are going to be relatively hands-on compared to, like, a video game. But some of them have higher upkeep costs than others. And I feel like pinball is on the much, much higher end than, like, some of the other money-making arcade machines. Oh, I see, Jess, yeah. Do I watch Cosmic? Yes. Well, honestly, I've been kind of... It's hard for me to watch Cosmic and Darb. Like, a lot of people stream at a similar time than me. Or time to me. And I just don't have that much time in general, so... But I do watch them. I'm subbed to both of them. The 80s, 90s Bally/Williams pins get pricey. Like, how much does an Addams Family... Like, Addams Family is, like, the best pinball game ever, right? That's what's generally... Addams Family or Twilight Zone, those are the two that people say these are the best pinball games ever made. How much do those run? Yeah, and it's, yeah, like, pinball is like the rich guy in his 50s hobby. You do watch in source, though? I wouldn't watch in source if you're having buffering issues or delay issues. Your sub ran out, you would put a pickle? Well, you could get a pickle for what, 1,000? 12K-ish for a Twilight Zone? Your favorite's Pinbot? Yeah, the Addams Family machine is super fun. I've played on it before. Like, I know a place that has a lot of pinball machines, and like that one always, it doesn't have a line, but it always has someone playing. None of them have lines. But you need me in source? Well, I don't know what to say. Maybe I'm breaking up with you right now, Sweets. If you're gonna use a cap of pride. You're just, source is just not that much into you. That's how it is. Yeah, honestly, that's a pretty good comparison. Private mode, car enthusiast, or classic car enthusiast, pinball. It's like, it's totally not worth the money, but like, it looks pretty damn cool. I mean, it's fun, that's the thing. I'm better when I'm slightly fuzzy, I see. You like to Attack from Mars and South Park, but you never played the old ones? Word of advice, never play the Simpsons one. Well, I think there's two Simpsons one, and one is good and one is terrible. If you're talking about like a video or TV properties. I remember I really liked the Terminator one, surprisingly. This man's camera is so sharp. Well, unfortunately, we're only streaming in 4K instead of 6K. Not the dimensions, the bitrate. I want to see if people have issues still. I mean, they might. 4K is still pretty high compared to some people, but... Dude, the Terminator shooter game was great. Well, I meant the arcade, pinball game. I don't know if I ever played the shooter. There was like a Clint Eastwood based game that had, there was like a Dirty Harry one with a gun, and that was a fun one too. We'll have a nice clear webcam. You've never seen the pinball? I remember it was pretty fun. I remember there was like a trucking one that was pretty fun too. There's a lot of really fun pinball. Like, pinball is so hit or miss. And, like, unless you're in a place with a lot of pinball, you're gonna not really have that many chances to hit or miss, you know? Stream was solid at 6K, just as solid at 4K for you, that is. Yeah, I don't think it's a massive... Like, it's kind of like anything when you... Hypothetically, you buy $5 headphones and then you buy $100 headphones. You're gonna often see the $5 headphones are massively worse than the $100 headphones. But you get $100 headphones, you get $1,000 headphones. There really isn't that much of a difference. The 1,000 ones probably sound better, but it's kind of like that. That's the principle I'm trying to say. Like, 4K versus 6K is very different than 500 versus 2K. You love pinball, you're still in your 30s. Maybe that'll be your 40s hobby. Well, I'm private mode. You gotta save up now if you're gonna go full midlife crisis pinball hobby mode. Would I rather have a car or 2 pinball machines? I mean, that'd be a shitty car. 10K, right? But the plunger on a T2 pinball is a gun handle. Yeah, that's what I remember, Jazz. It was fun. Also, what up, Bat Love? Thanks for the follow, by the way. Also, enjoy the stream. Hopefully you like a little bit of SMB1 Warpless All-Stars. You okay, Gordeezy? Full midlife crisis playing Dragster in 2020. Pinball is fine. Look up on eBay how much a... I don't know. What's another pinball machine I enjoy? The Black Knight 2000. Solely, it's not even that good of a pinball game. It just has the most epic music of any pinball game ever. You expect your midlife crisis to be way more expensive than that? Just promise me you won't get one of those 3-wheeled convertible, like, motorcycle type vehicles. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. You know there's a Sopranos machine? I actually didn't, and now I gotta play it. I don't know how I'm going to in quarantine, but I have 2 arcade machines already. I will let you all in a secret. These were definitely cheaper than most pinball machines. What's my best time? Generally, when you watch a stream, like a speed run, if it has a full set of splits, the time at the bottom, so in this case, the time next to 8.4, the 2010, that is my PB. It's an amazing machine. Well, now I really want to play it. I didn't mean to sound, just give him some advice. What the shit, bro? You don't know? What do you not know? What do you not know, Fred? I'm here. I got the answers. That was bad. You guess there's a place where you can go play them where you live? You'll have to do it when you can go out to places again. Yeah, if you actually are super interested in pinball, there's like pinball maps. Also with rhythm games, there's rhythm game maps. Yeah, usually it's the last number above the big numbers. Most people have all their splits and then the big number, which is their actual current time. So in our case, it's the 2010. Picante, you were a wise one. You've gone to you for so much knowledge. Ethiopian food, chairs, and the like. Honestly, fuck you, Fred, because I wasn't even thinking about Ethiopian food. And now I really, really, really want Ethiopian food. And I can't think of a single less friendly food during these times than Ethiopian food. You literally eat it with your hands. I mean, you should wash your hands before you do it, but like... when am I gonna get Ethiopian again? Come on. Is Ethiopian food really spicy? There is some spicy Ethiopian food, but I wouldn't consider it a spicy cuisine. It's one of those glop cuisines. You know what I'm talking about. Man, you're jonesing for some pinball now? I'm sorry. I mean, private mode. Just casually spend $5,000 on eBay. No big deal. You could probably get a pinball machine in a couple days. If your Jones holds out. If you get a pinball, it'll definitely be Addams Family or Twilight Zone. Yeah, just get rich. Come on. What's the deal? I would definitely choose Addams Family over Twilight Zone, but I could see a case for both. I taught a man to fish, so to speak. Now they'll know to look for PBD. I already read that. Oops. Pin Finder, is that the name of the website? I think it is. That sounds familiar. You never had that before? What kind of stuff do you order? So the way that Ethiopian food works is that it's on this sponge bread called injera, and each individual thing, like, usually you get, like, a platter with, like, 4 to 6 things, and each one is, like, the tiny little glop on the injera, the sponge bread, and you use more sponge bread, and you kind of just scoop it up. Like you're making, like, a taco, almost. And you just eat it with the injera, and it's so good. But when you think of, like, quarantine, you think of, like, not having hand contact, like touching stuff, you literally eat the food with your hands. It's kind of a messy cuisine. And I could see that also. I could see Ethiopian places really hurting, and that makes me sad. I could also see it not being affected by the fact that people love Ethiopian food, especially in DC. Shoutouts to Zenabek. Anyone know what I'm talking about in Adams Morgan? Good-ass Ethiopian. Jesus, you could get a used DDR / pump it up for 5K. You can get it for cheaper than 5K. You're talking to someone who used to play a lot of rhythm games. You're talking about a DDR Extreme cab for like 2K. And that's kind of like the machine. A lot of machines are old at this point. Pump it up cabs are going to be more expensive. You want the Playboy pinball machine from the 70s. It reminds you of being on the shore. Yeah, used to have one in your local beach. I have played that machine. A local pinball place had it. It was not that good. In fact, most of the old pins, I think, are pretty terrible. But honestly, I understand getting them because these arcade machines behind me, which actually you can't really see them right now. These arcade machines behind me get, if I'm being honest, very little use. These two. Yeah, the U-Beat and the Musica. I do want to get more into them. I really do. But I need more motivation to turn them on. You can't see them? You could kind of see them. If you knew what they looked like, you would see them in the background. Cirque Voltaire is the pinball machine. I saw Cirque du Soleil when they came... They came to Nova in, like, this tent thing. And I saw them. And I think that's the one I saw. The one that had Ninja in it. It had a guy in blue hair that looked like Ninja. But I don't remember any pinball. Maybe, are you saying they made a pinball machine? You could probably get rich if you weren't being dumb, so you're working on that? Alright. Good luck, sweets. Eating is fine, dude. Corona isn't foodborne. But no, what I'm thinking, like... hand-to-mouth stuff. Because you're basically, like, touching your face every single time you eat Ethiopian food. Also, just the implication of using your hands is going to turn a lot of people off right now. Or just in general in the next year or so. I honestly have no idea how Corona is, like, affecting Africa. Yeah, you don't really hear much about it. Which is ironic considering Ebola, like, was... all people were talking about was Africa, right? Without the old pins, we wouldn't have the new pins, so hail to the old... I mean, yeah. I don't like NES games. I don't like Atari games, but whatever. You bought hand sanitizer that resembles a bottle of water with a pull-up top. You're afraid you'll drink it by accident. Just be really good about sanitizing your hands. And then it'll be gone before you know it. And you won't have to worry about drinking it. You never liked people in the first place, so you're down with social distance? You know what? Introverts unite. I guess introverts don't necessarily dislike people, but I'm definitely introverted. Wait, you're saying there's less than 1,000 of those Playboy machines? Because I definitely have played on one. Many times. Well, not many times. Probably like 3 or 4, because it's pretty bad. In my opinion. You've been turning people off for years. Might as well have the food. Ethiopian food is actually super delicious, and I feel like a lot of people will never have it just due to, I don't know, they don't think about it. And that makes me sad. I don't know if Fred's here. I'm not going to call him out, but I will use Fred as my testimonial. Fred's like, it was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. Introverts Unite has to be the most ironic thing ever. I didn't even mean it. Yo, what up, Kawhi? How you doing? Long time no see, right? Oh my god, I got an ear itch. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. Yeah, New Jersey's only like, what, 3 hours away? It's like an hour through Maryland and then an hour through Delaware. Well, I guess 2.5 hours away, right? Isn't the joke with Ethiopian food is that Ethiopian food has nothing? Well, those people are insensitive. No, I understand the starving Africa joke. I understand the irony. But Ethiopian food is delicious. It really, 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 really is. Injera, damn. Also, I forgot to mention it. Private mode knows what I'm talking about. Adams Morgan crew. Adams Morgan is like the best place in DC. I will say that unapologetically. Some of the circles are pretty good. You got your DuPont, your Logan. But Adams Morgan got the food, and that's all that matters. It's probably only one place by you, right? So really, it's just one cook's food. What are you talking about? So like, I live near DC, and DC is a food city because when you think about it, you have all these international diplomats that go to DC for reasons. I mean, like literally the capital of the U.S. So like, you have all these different communities that don't really get that much representation. Like, there's a really good like Ethiopian scene. There's really good like, I think there's a lot of like Pakistani restaurants. Delicious stuff. Have you ever been to the Capital City Brewing Company? I know what that is, but I've actually never been. Your aunt went to work in China, or your aunt went to China for work, and when she was shocked that the food wasn't Chinese food. Well, the funny thing is, depending on where she went, I think Shanghai and Beijing, because they have so many people reject their food, it's like, I want sesame ginger chicken. I don't know what. I want Kung Pao chicken. Like, there's actually restaurants in Shanghai that make American Chinese food specifically for expats. And I've been to them, and they're actually, like, it's good American Chinese food. It's just like, why are you doing this to yourself? Actual Chinese food is, like, way, way better than American Chinese food. Adams Morgan has amazing food. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the best food in the city. Like, no question, right? Let's see. There's this really good, like, British place I just went to. And obviously, what's that one barbecue place in Adams Morgan? The best Italian, I think, is at El Volo. But El Volo's a good date spot. I wouldn't go alone. Well, I wouldn't go to many restaurants alone, but I wouldn't, like, just go with friends to El Volo. It's kind of like an intimate experience. It might be a little awkward. British food, it was surprisingly good. What's that barbecue place everyone goes to in Adams Morgan? I don't know. Well, the thing is, restaurants that cater to expats in China, so like the real Chinese make fake Chinese food better than American Chinese spots. That's how it's done. The restaurants that cater to expats are generally really expensive compared to Chinese food because they're in American prices instead of Chinese prices. Like, in China, if you have, like, what would be, like, a small amount of money in the U.S., that's, like, a lot of stuff you could get in China, because one US dollars is $6 there, and it's not like, oh, you could get something that costs $6 in the US for $1 US. Like, it's not 6 to 1 exactly, but like things are probably like 3 times as cheap in China. Like street food, etc. Like I could get like a pretty good meal for like 50 cents. Like street food, if I don't care about sanitation, which obviously I don't. Got food poisoning so many times, but it was worth it. But like the expat restaurants are in American prices, so like you're regularly paying like 3 to 4 times as much as you would at a regular restaurant, or even more. Like you could pay up to like 10 times as much. And because they're more expensive restaurants, I mean, like, it's not 1 to 1, but like that just means they're fancier restaurants. So like there aren't that many like really fancy Chinese food places in the US. There are, but like when you think of Chinese food in the US, you think of like a $8 takeout place. So the Chinese experiences, well, at least the expat experiences there, are definitely ones that cater to those yuppie folk, you know? Jesus. There's a local place here that has really good and it costs as much as like Applebee's restaurant. Makes you angry about microwave chain restaurants. Yeah, I will not eat at an Applebee's. So maybe I don't get angry. I'm just not gonna eat at Applebee's. Applebee's is bad. That's how I get back at Applebee's. Never gonna go there in my life. I will say though, Texas Roadhouse is just like a better version of Applebee's in every way. Applebee's the definition of mediocre. Yeah, I don't get how people like Applebee's. Like it has to be obvious, right? Is it faster if I gun down Bowser before hitting the axe? So the reason why I gun down Bowser is because when Bowser is not there, it skips the animation of the bridge collapsing and Bowser falling into the lava, which is super long. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it or like timed it, but killing Bowser saves about 2 seconds. Street food in Mexico costs nothing and it's the best food you ever had. Yeah, can't you get like 12 tacos for like $1? They're like the best tacos you've ever had in your life. You worked in DC once, built an office on top of a jewelry store that had live models showing off the jewelry as you walked by. Interesting. I don't think I've ever gone in a jewelry store. And I mean that. But I see them everywhere. Like, I remember there was this, like, complex that had, like, a good restaurant in it. And, like, there was a jewelry store in the complex. And, like, the jewelry store, like, had like, it must have been, like, a contract when they signed their lease or something. Like, oh, we get half the spots. But they had way too many spots. I'm like, are that many people going to jewelry exchanges? You hear that? You visited Nicaragua and lived like a fucking king, $50 a day. When you say king, you mean king? Well, how is Nicaragua? Because, I mean, like, I'm sure there's a lot of good things, but, like, you generally don't hear of that part of Central America being a tourist destination. You're like, oh, I went to Costa Rica. Oh, I went to Panama. But you're not like, oh, I went to Honduras, Nicaragua. Honduras is the murder capital of the world, right? Murder capital, but is also highest per capita. That's why it's called the murder capital. You've been loving Indian food lately. We had a really good local Indian place. I've been getting these, like, instant Indian meals because I can't really get Indian food because the Rona. And it's, like, doing the job. It really is. You can see China being something similar. I doubt it's as much as Nicaragua, but yeah. As long as you're not going to very touristy things, you're not going to spend that much money living in China. Your friend got seriously bad food poisoning at Texas Roadhouse. You like Outback? I know people who got serious food poisoning at Buffalo Wild Wings, but I don't know. Like, that's the worst. That's the worst chain, I think, in the U.S. I hate Buffalo Wild Wings. Pretty much everything about it, I think they do bad. But maybe Applebee's is up there. You like the food microwave restaurants have, you just hate it. Like, you can't nuke it at home and deal with it. Yeah, it's the principle. Like, I remember one time I was waiting for like a mega bus or something. So I was at this mall because that's where the mega bus stopped. I think it was like half an hour early. So like I was just eating at the mall. This is so irrelevant to the story. I was eating at the mall and I'm like, oh, I've never been to Orange Julius. I might as well. And like I was like, I'll get a hot dog. So I'm like, I'll have one hot dog. And like I literally see her, because like it's a small mall store, so there really isn't like that much to do. I guess there's probably like a back prep kitchen, but she was like the only one there. And I remember her just like taking the hot dog and putting it in the microwave, like which is right behind her. And, like I'm staring at the microwave like for a minute. She's staring at the microwave for a minute. And then like I got my food and I ate it. I just felt sad. I'm like, I just paid this lady to microwave a hot dog for me. Oh shit. Speaking of Adams, Oregon, have I had Sakura Man ramen? Great spot. I have not. Now I gotta look at it. It's supposed to be the most expensive jewelry store in the country. The first time the lady moved, you jumped. I see. What are the things from Trader Joe's? You just bought so many frozen tacos you couldn't go anymore without it. I see. You don't like Buffalo Wild Wings? Cool. We're the same. Oh, not the ones at Trader Joe's. I think they're Tasty Bite. You have some of those Tasty Bite Indian pouches. I think they do the job. I don't think they're the worst, but they're all kind of the same. They satisfy the craving, but I wouldn't call them like good, you know. The best brand for those are Swad, but I don't see them anymore. I think those are at like a local grocery store, but I think they're international. Forgetting about Ruby Tuesday, never been. You ate at a fake Applebee's? Was that a Ruby Tuesday? Applebee's, Olive Garden, Red Lobster are like top 3 lame places for you. Red Lobster is not bad if you're not paying. It's like way overpriced for a mediocre lobster, but like a mediocre lobster is still a lobster. Like I don't know, for the prices at a Red Lobster, you could go to an actual fancy place and get a lobster. That being said, I don't think it's that bad. Spaghetti Factory? What about the Macaroni Factory? I forget what it's called. Olive Garden, whatever. I'll never go. But I'm not gonna, like, hate. I just hate the fact that there's one, like, right in the middle of Times Square. It's like, why would you go to the Olive Garden in the middle of Times Square? What are you doing? Great then, rougher now. Your girl's a Nicaragua export. Jesus, expat. Expatriate. I know what the word means. So you had an inside scoop. Beautiful place, but like most of South and Central America, it's ruined by governments. Great to visit. One of the safest places in Central America, although that's relative. Yo, I know what you mean by inside scoops. Because I went to Colombia, and I like knew a person who lived there. So like I like stayed with them for like 2 weeks. And if I was like a tourist, I would basically just go to the touristy spots that aren't unsafe in Bogota, and that would pretty much be my entire trip. But like I got an actual like legit dope experience in Colombia. So I assume that was kind of similar to how you were in Nicaragua. Yeah, would never move there. I understand that. Like I love China, and I would love to have work that like required visiting China, but at the same time, I would never want to live in China because they got situations. I hear like the best place to live in Central America is Costa Rica. There's also J.O.D. Can. Never seen canned food before with simple ingredients list. I see. So you're in Philly and your hotel was at Applebee's, except the sign that it was spelled Applebee's and the menu was different. Wow. Surprised I didn't get sued. When was the last time I went to an A&W? I have not been since high school, and for those who don't know, A&W has the best root beer around. Like, actually. Like, go to an actual A&W, and if you don't like root beer, maybe you'll like it at A&W because it's legit. I've never actually... I don't know if I've ever eaten anything at an A&W. I've only gone there and gotten the root beer. Lobster doesn't taste like anything, though? What? Cheesecake Factory sucks? I agree with that. I think it's overpriced. Their menu is ridiculously long. They pride themselves. The only thing they have that's good there is cheesecake. And again, everything's overpriced. I don't know how, like, Cheesecake Factory survives what they do. Lobster being a luxury food is a scam? Yeah, it used to be for poorish people, right? How does Cheesecake Factory fit so many calories in their food? What, you're saying that 2,000 calories is excessive for a slice of cheesecake? I think their biggest one is their Oreo one, which is like 1,800, but still, that's insane. You boiled your own lobster before? It's intense. Dropping a live bug in the pot. Yeah, it'll definitely make you feel for the animal. Hello, Hotshot. Have I gotten a PB yet? I got one 2 days ago, but I don't think that's what you mean. Root beer is just better out of a glass bottle. I don't know about that. If you have tap root beer from an actual A&W, it's really good. Cheesecake Factory's menu is so insanely large. I honestly just don't understand how some of these restaurants like survive as businesses. Like every single time I've been to a B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, it's terrible. Every single time I've been to a Cheesecake Factory, I'm like, why was this $25 a person? Or, well, before tax and tip and stuff like that. I don't like spending 20 bucks on chicken nugs. They're like jambalaya chicken pasta is decent, but maybe that's because it's the only thing. Like I get it every time because whenever I see jambalaya on a menu, I get weak. I'm just like, I need this Creole food in my life. I think Creole is one of the most criminally underrated foods in existence. Buffalo Wild Wings an hour plus to get 10 wings and one beer. Yeah. Does everyone else experience terrible service at Buffalo Wild Wings? I've never been to a Buffalo Wild Wings and had good experience or good service. Also, oops. Guess that could have been worse. Have I ever had a Primanti sandwich? I love Primantis. I lived in Pittsburgh for 4 years. I know it's not for everyone, though. The sweet sausage is the best one. That or the... Like, usually... Actually, I like Filet-O-Fishes, but the big fish. Primantis. Now that place kicks Buffalo Wild Wings ass. I do know that they're really branching out. It used to be only a Pittsburgh thing. I know they're like all over Pennsylvania now. The wings are awesome. I didn't even know they had anything except the sandwiches. I've only gotten the sandwiches there. Did I ever go to a King's restaurant in Pittsburgh? What is a King's restaurant? King's is a diner. I have not been. It's a chain like Denny's. Probably why I didn't go. I don't like Denny's that much. The best restaurant in Pittsburgh is this Argentinian steak sandwich place. Second best is Smoke in Pittsburgh. Third best maybe Taco. If Filth Pile was still in the chat, he could tell you. We're talking about the same place, Jess. If you know a good Argentinian steak sandwich place, it is the one I'm talking about. Gaucho Perilla. Perilla? Gaucho. Everyone just called it Gaucho, I remember. That is easily the best restaurant in Pittsburgh. Best casual place in Pittsburgh, if you don't count Gaucho. I love Uncle Sam's subs so much. Loaded Italian is all I need in life. You've never had it, but you will? Well, it is temporary. So the thing about Gaucho is that they always have an hour-long line around the door. Uncle Sam's is good, but they closed the Oakland location, and that makes me really sad, because that's the one I used to go to. Have you been to Smoke? Have you been to Taco? I mean, Taco is more famous. You need to try more places. There's even a Morimoto restaurant. What is Morimoto? Gotta go to Smoke, Gaucho, Paria. I think taco is spelled like that. Oh, Iron Chef, okay. You know, all these restaurants that are closed right now. Did I try soba? I have not had soba. So one of the people who randomly comes to my chat sometimes, Filth Pile, I went to college with him, and he was like a super big foodie. He went to like every single good restaurant in Pittsburgh. So I'd be able to tell you, but Gaucho Paria is definitely the best one. Like, it's not even close. Gaucho will be closed until it's safe to reopen. Oof. I always liked Conflict Kitchen, but I know that a lot of people didn't. Well, I am sorry to say, but today we must come to a close. It's 11, actually. I'm surprised. It went by really quickly. Probably because we were talking about food the entire time. Who are we gonna raid? That is the question I have. Yeah, the O closed, but I was never a huge fan. I'm sorry. I'm from Chicago. Our Pittsburghs are better than their... Or Pittsburghs. Our hot dogs are better than there. Wanna know who we haven't raided in a while? Oh my god. No, we gotta raid Dazed and Confused. Because he comes to the stream a lot, and I just realized he streamed. Like, how do I spell this? Yeah, you guys should know him. 330 streams pretty legit? Okay, that is sad that that's legit. Because that used to be, like, below average. We used to be a 4-hour streamer. Good chatting with you, dude. Thanks for the stream. No big deal. Or no big deal? No, no problem. I will see you all tomorrow. I had a very good stream myself. Thank you again, Domike. You're insane. All right, see you all.